Finally, I have everything that I need. Thanks to that mad poet, I have the Necronomicon and a destination, finally, to locate the forgotten city of Neruzavin. This journey will be a long one, surely across land and seas both. But after all the effort that has been put forth, after everything I have attempted over the last few years, this is the victory lap. I will be denied no longer. The black stars beckon, and I will find them. I am Count Hasserton Lowls IV, and when I am done here, no academic throughout the inner seas will forget this name. Somewhere, deep within these sands, I will build history.
We're in a dream again. Once more onto the breach. Passing around this metal staircase with its incredible detail, feeling its every intricacy as we incant our spells, complete our rituals. Waving, flickering flames of small candles above sigils on the floor of this tiny little cabin. Sometimes things have gone exactly according to plan. We had an incredible rash of good luck when first we tried attempting this ritual, arriving safely at the Dreamlands numerous times with no problems, but often there are complications. Often things go awry. It's a very particular and specific ritual that requires a very particular and specific emotional state in order to complete. And this time, MD, as you stand back as you always have, watching over this circle as the staircase is passed around and finally handed back to Cammy, who once again tossing out this strange ruby. Can't even say little ruby, it's fairly large. It jitters and vibrates across the floor. As she goes to cast the staircase forward, Reese turns towards you and reaches up to swap places. You've done this many times before as well. It's the best solution you've found to get you into the dream with the rest of your allies. But as she turns and reaches up a hand, and you reach down and make contact, something different happens. Normally, you're pulled down, you hurriedly take your seat, watch the staircase tumble, and hopefully see that void open up on the floor. And that does happen. Clatters, bounces once, and in a flash of red energy from this gemstone, this void appears. But normally, you look around, see your friends, your companions, your new associates, in this case, and you all rise and make your way to the stairs. But as you look around, nobody moves. You see a variety of expressions across your friends here. Curious, expectant, a little confused, coming from Reginald, who has yet to see this one work properly. Cammy, eyebrows high, little smile, hand still out where she dropped the stairs. Everybody completely, perfectly still.
Guys, I'm gonna stand up.
And even as you rise to your feet, the strange weight of this situation starts to set in. Something clearly has gone wrong. It's as if the scene around you has simply frozen. At its culmination, the stairs are there, the portal is open, but nobody, save for you, moves.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
While you consider that, frozen in his place, from handsome Ganker to Trey, spend them on moments of heroics or questionable decisions, or don't, I'm not a cop.
It will be spent on whatever my first roll is, no matter the result.
Let us quickly, and we'll go ahead and start
Unless
with
it's
Trey.
really good. Oh, no, it's getting spent on the first thing I roll.
Let's start with our frozen friend Trey here. Why don't we go around the circle and quickly introduce ourselves?
That's a bit.
I know.
Howdy, I'm Derp, and I play Trey, the frontline
Front
hobgoblin,
Front goblin.
front guy hobgoblin,
Front goblin. Throw him off.
hobloblin, the front guy hobloblin,
Hobloblin.
who uses a pokey stick, full plate, and in the dream, I got this really cool sapling shield that gets big. It's a tower shield.
I'm Sully. I play Cammy, the itty bitty gnomish witch. It was discovered when you're like frozen, your nose like really starts to itch.
Only when you can't touch it.
Only when you can't touch it does your nose start to itch.
You weren't really frozen. You could have just itched. Like,
No.
could have
Immersion here,
committed to the
Brett.
bit. I tried to. My name is Brett. I play Mr. Foxman, Reginald Sedacious Fox, and I'm a investigator, detective. You know, Sherlock. Of
Sleepless
sorts.
agent. You know.
Sleepless agent. Yeah.
Jolly old chap.
Yeah. Don't want to talk about
Jolly
other.
old chap.
Good statue.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius, the ghoul dwarf ranger. I may be blue and frozen, but I'm not cold.
And I am Colby. I play MD, the full-blooded orc rogue, who is just a big, friendly man. Very confused at the moment. I'm gonna stand up and start walking around the circle, like touching them, slapping Trey a little bit. It's easy to slap. Slapping Marius because he's also easy to slap.
Normally, as this ritual concludes, everything around you sort of falls away. You can't see Reese or your other passengers on the Sullen Starling. You can't even see the books. You can see nothing not illuminated by the dim light of these candles in this small little ring in the center of the floor. But this time, you still see Reese. Off balance, even, frozen as she was in the midst of being pulled up and rising from the circle, looking like she should, by all rights, fall. The two scholars off in the corner, one sat in their bunk, the head just kind of turned towards you. The other, books open on the floor, transcribing something. Everything frozen. As you touch your allies, as you smack at Trey, his skin feels hard. Like stone. There's no give at all. And you find even the clothes and the hair of your companions is much the same. You can't move anything. Everything about this scene is locked in place.
I'm going to first go over to Cammy, kneel down in front of her, and just say, stay safe. I don't know what's going to happen from here. And just turn around and circle the hole in the ground and start going.
What else can you do? Should you had even tried the door to the cabin, it would have been as immobile as your friends here in the circle. There's nowhere else to go. The stairs, the darkness, the silence as you descend all feels familiar. All of your senses failing you, fading away save for that feeling of the next step and the one after that, silently under your feet as you descend in this perfect void. Until, as always, you arrive at whatever destination there is, something changing. But this time, you see no light. You feel no carpet or wood or dirt under your feet. As a matter of fact, you feel a rush of vertigo, as if you were toppling head over heels. losing track of what way is even up or where you are, until you realize you're laying on your back. There's dust, rubble, scree across you. What feels like the hard, cold earth beneath your head. Your eyes are closed, but you're not sure why. You open them to see a moonlit night. A very bright, pale, full moon through the trees. Outside in an area you don't really recognize. You hear shouting, a clash of steel. It sounds like breaking stone, shattering wood, the roar of a fire in the distance. The din of battle that, with your memories, you know all too well, but at a scale that you've scarcely experienced. Something sounds off about it, though. It doesn't sound like a fight. At least not a two-sided one. And then you hear a voice. One that you recognize but can't immediately pinpoint. The voice of a woman approaching quickly, footfalls pounding in your direction. Brick! Brick, oh gods, are you okay? Brick! Meanwhile, in a dream, somewhere completely different, we have a very different scene, fraught with screams and chaos. As the rest of you, without a moment's rest, having faced the first wave of these strange amphibious specters that had risen up from the waters around this palace, now looking through the door, facing out onto the craggy rocks behind whatever castle you had found yourselves in, you see a very different ritual taking place. A circle of more of these frog-like creatures gathered around, one with a hooded robe up about his head, holding in his hands an idol of shiny green stone. And past them, in the distance, hundreds and hundreds of feet out, across what was once clear, unbroken water, a massive creature erupts out from nowhere. It has spined ridges running down its back from its head all the way down to where its bulk disappears beneath the waves. Smooth black scales covering much of its body. A massive, hulking, lizard-like behemoth. It has arisen and turned its gaze towards this group. You four need to roll me some initiative.
Yeah.
I'll put MD over here.
I'll keep a 19.
It's good to blow that on initiative.
Don't be included. You like rolling? You
I like rolling
You like
dice.
being included.
I
You
haven't.
like rolling dice.
I
Rolling dice is
haven't
fun.
been here for like 100 years.
You could just roll one.
I did.
You did.
Oh, good.
Marius.
You can roll 2.
30.
30, solid. What did you get, MD?
then he-
Total of a 31.
That would have been pretty good. Trey.
36.
Ooh, 36, very good. Cammy.
Sorry, 35. 35.
That would be a 19.
Ooh.
That's what I rolled on the die.
Yeah.
Reginald.
I mean, had a plus 16, but I only rolled a 3, so it's a 19.
Who wants
That's
to go
also
first?
what I
That's
rolled on the
exactly
die.
what I did.
Who
Yeah,
wants to?
twinsies.
So with the
Look at
tie,
that.
you just pick what the order is. Who wants to go first?
Do you have any? I have some buffing stuff, but if you have anything,
My first goal is to heal you.
he should go first. Allow him a step this way. Far be it from me.
Doesn't
to
matter.
stand in
None
your
of us
path.
rolled high enough.
At the moment,
That's a god.
I'll go ahead and put a couple of other things on the table. I'll go ahead and put out the ritualists, though their attention is clearly focused on their own incantations. They are not acknowledging the group of you at the door here at all. They are going to come in with what you got you got a 31 or 30?
30.
You got an even 30?
Yeah.
Do you have a thing that makes you win ties?
I don't think so.
then they're gonna win the
He's got a
30
winning
off
personality.
It's me.
and
I'm
go
first.
here, unfortunately. And then I'll go ahead and roll for the creature that has emerged from the lake in the distance.
Nuh-uh.
537.
No, don't be ridiculous.
20.
It's a 63.
Yeah.
I was gonna joke 69, and it was pretty
I was
close.
close.
It's a 63
It's a 63.
for initiative?
Yes.
Do you remember the lore for why we're here?
I mean,
Nope.
yeah, but like we've never seen that kind of. That's an age.
That number's not allowed.
That's like how old MD is now.
No, I would be dead.
Still getting
Oh,
caught up, but fill up that cool fox. Magical Pony 18. Here's one for you,
You're
Reginald.
getting filled up.
You may
Phrasing.
need this.
Thanks for the attention.
Rising up from this.
Oh, what'd you get?
It's way over here.
Oh yeah, what did you get?
Gone to the
It's
void.
gone. It's gone. It's gone. It never existed. Grazing blow.
That's a pretty good
Useful.
one.
That's a good one. Rising up from the surface of these waters of what certainly is not an ocean or a sea based on its stillness, but even a lake of that size certainly should normally have waves just from the breeze. The waters now roll with massive ripples radiating outward from where this creature arrived. You don't know how deep this body of water is, but hundreds and hundreds of feet out, the creature appears to be standing as it turns and starts to stride towards this ridge. Now, Trey, many of you are wounded, injured, afflicted by that battle with the first wave.
I'm
I
fine.
don't believe any of it truly serious, but you can see at the very least Cammy certainly has sustained some injuries from that first wave of these reptilian spirits. What do you do?
I'm quite literally almost untouched. I took one hit and it wasn't even bad. If I remember correctly, the guys out there doing the ritual have the idol.
You can see it.
That's
Yeah.
why we're here. So I'm going to still a tower shield, raise my shield. Actually, I will move one stride forward,
How many is that? 25?
25 feet. I have fleet. And then do I see anything
And
now that I'm out in the open?
as you rush out this door,
I know it's never going to be that simple.
never that easy, you see shimmers in the air around you. So you look to your left and your right, and you can see along the walls of this once grand palace now being assaulted by these spirits that, again, look like they're physically climbing up the wall. But you can see how they move and how they fight. They're not bound by the ground. They clearly can fly. They're ascending the walls like it's a proper siege, like there were troops of flesh and blood. But shimmering in the air outside around you are three small figures. Shapes that look like flickering, laughing skulls hanging in the air. That leaves you, I believe, with one action.
But move before raise shield because I didn't know if anything would be happening yet. So now that there's things, raise shield.
That's fair.
And I guess depending on where they are,
None of them would be within your reach. One would be within your reach, actually. There are two over to your right and one off to your left. One just around the corner as you come out.
okay. Then I think I'm happy where I am. I'm going to strike out at the closest one. Ghost Touch Spear. These look a bit incorporeal.
You would be surprised.
Either way, if they're not.
Ghost touch wouldn't matter, but
Yeah. And that's a 7 on the die. Does a 28 connect?
28 does not. As you lash out with your spear, this floating, glowing skull surrounded by
Oh,
this
wait, I'm sorry.
effervescent grayish energy
I'm going to use this on my next attack. You already told
Fair
me the
enough.
result for this.
seems to almost wink out of the way with a supernatural speed. These things are fast as the three of them turn towards
Yep,
you.
so stride, raise, shield, attack.
Let me put them on the table.
He forgot he had hero points for a second.
Oh, no, I intended to use Reckless Charge immediately and just forgot
Oh.
that I have Reckless Charge specifically.
With that, 34, the 3 of them holding would be here. And
Okay.
they will definitely step in and take their turn. The one that is nearest to you is going to glide a bit closer, floating just above you as it does. It doesn't move to bite or strike or even to make contact, but this aura, this glowing, almost noxious energy around it shoots out like a spark jolting towards you. And this is just an attack.
All right.
Or that would be a 35 to hit.
Just a hit.
Just a hit. How good are tower shields?
Without a shield at all, still just a hit.
Really?
Yeah, 28 base.
Ooh! You guys are getting up there, right?
25's only dangerous
You
to
guys are
Cammy.
big boys. These are big fellas.
Yeah, quite literally only Cammy with 24.
It's going to be 24 points of negative damage.
That's manifesting.
Is it shield blockable?
It is a physical attack, so it could be.
Well, then I would like to shield block. Did it provoke by moving towards me?
It did. It was in stepping range.
Just
It's
I figured, but you never know.
fluttering forward.
I will shield block for 15.
Fair enough. Then what did I say? 26?
24.
24, so you take 6. You take 6, and your shield will take 18. Or it will hardness 18.
9.
You both take 6, rather.
15.
Oh,
Hardness.
15.
Take
9
9.
then. I think said 18 for
Yeah.
some reason. My brain's not braining. You both take 9 damage, you and the shield.
Today.
And then, again, seeming almost to flicker, you will see the light of this thing zip away. A tiny mote that blinks and then simply is 15 feet further to the south. It doesn't move. It's just in one place and then the other.
That's neat.
A second of them will do something similar, but appearing just behind you. And as it does, the light seems to brighten, strobing erratically. And all of you that can see it through the doorway and Trey need to make me will saves. This is a fear effect.
Does not provoke.
It does not. It just happens.
Okay, dope.
Will it hurt?
It will not hurt.
Okay.
I get a +1. No one's near me for my aura, but
Good.
Nope, no.
What am I adding to this?
Bring it back.
It's a will
He
save.
knocked
So
it
you
will
can
save.
do
to a
a
4.
upgrade it.
I'm gonna re-roll
That's
because that's an 8 and my will save is bad.
I think I'm going to re-roll that as well because
Cool. That went up by 2.
Up
So
is good.
25 total.
a little bit of
25 will succeed.
Thank you, +1.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah, you didn't need that.
You said
14 on the die, 30.
30's good.
33.
30's good.
27.
27. All of you will succeed. You feel this sense of dread, but it's not going to be strong enough to meaningfully affect any of you. Before this thing will spark once and then twice at Trey.
Hitting a 30.
Probably neither. Yeah, neither of these sparks with your shield able to fend off these flickering jolts perfectly effectively.
I did not take cover, so it's only a +2 right now.
And then finally, the third of them is going to blink forward 10 feet to be flanking. A third of them will blink forward 10 feet to be flanking with you. You don't have any kind of ignore flanking thing, do you?
I do when I'm near allies.
That's fair. So flat-footed for now.
So back to 28.
Then that's going to be a 30 even to hit. I got to remember I need to preemptively use zone points. I have that back in my head now, so I will start doing that. I just forgot we were doing that for a moment. 30 even will hit, and this second jolt is going to connect for
Shield block again.
2 reactions.
2 shield blocks.
17
I have an
points. So
so I take 2.
you and the shield each taking 2.
Okay. I have quick shield block. I get an extra reaction every round.
Hey, that's pretty good.
to
Just
shield
15
block.
damage. That's solid.
So nice.
But then immediately after jolting, similar to what you've seen these things wink out a mode of light almost streaking through your vision like an after image, and they simply are somewhere else, it's going to shimmer out entirely, becoming first a dim haze, then the skull fading with just a slight shimmer where it was, and then it is simply gone.
I've had quick shield blocked for a while. I haven't had a chance to use it.
Oh,
Great-
really?
Great moment.
I took it at level 9.
In the distance, you can hear the
I've been AOA.
emanation coming from this ritual circle. The priest, the leader of this, with this idol in his hands, what looks like an idol of normal physical stone, though these creatures, by all you can see of them passing through windows and their engagements, are not physical forms. They do appear to be incorporeal. Held aloft regardless, raises it up over his head, and the whole group of them turn out to the water, facing towards this massive behemoth approaching. Marius.
Oh boy.
This is what you missed, buddy. Welcome back.
You know what? I'll take my nightmare.
And, leaving a party like this untouched feels bad. This is starting to this feeling like a real battle zone. So I'm gonna step out of the door and just kind of duck into the corner, like right outside the front door.
All right.
I'll hunt prey on the farthest skull.
Fair enough.
I'm assuming they're not really blocking each other because they're all
No, they're not
floating.
at all.
Okay, and then I'll give them a hunted shot for two arrows. We just got to get this under control.
I'm gonna remove some things from the
I
equation. here.
don't think any of those are gonna hit. Would a what's it? 27.
This thing's not gonna do it.
I
only
missed
one
number
worse.
28.
Two quick flickers as the arrows aimed at this. This thing seems to jump and jitter through the air reactively with an incredible speed. Reginald.
All right. Well, I see that my friend here is hurt. I will use battle medicine on her, and I will do the DC 21, so you'll get GD8
Before we
plus
go out the
9.
door,
Hold on.
the door.
take a little bit of this, maybe.
All right.
SpongeBob Band-Aid.
Oh,
Natural
Spider-Man.
20
yes!
for a total of, what is it? Plus, what's my plus to that?
So what are you doing?
Oh, medicine.
What
A
DC
bat-
was it?
uh,
It's a plus 19
21
on top of
plus
the dice.
19, yeah.
yes.
So
So I was doing the
4d8
DC 21.
plus 19.
Yep. And battle medicine. Yeah, it's 36.
Bro,
so
just the plus
4d8.
19 would do so.
Wait, so it's 4
Give me
because
some-
48 because you critically succeeded. Yes.
Oh, that even
That's
works
crazy.
in that.
Yes. The 2d8
Oh,
always go to
48.
48 if
That
you
is
critically
amazing.
succeed.
What am I doing? I'm going to
B.
Roll
Heal.
2d8 and double it.
Hold on. Let's see. I have
We can find d8s. Let the man roll his. We're playing Pathfinder. Let him roll his bucket.
You say that now.
Okay,
That's
we're
a
gonna,
really good
when
roll.
it gets ridiculous, we'll rein it in a little bit.
Dude, that's
Full
a
health.
good roll.
Let's see.
Yeah, easily.
15.
There's no way
For
I'm
you,
not.
that's full health.
Well, hold on. Yes.
15, so that's 28 plus 19.
47.
That's
Or
exactly.
40?
47 is
double.
what I was at.
You doubled!
Yay!
Well, probably not quick, so I'm thinking back. I think
Yeah,
I
that
went to
exceeds
overcap
my
you.
max. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I told you for you,
Ooh,
that's
that is
max.
I'm
one
feeling extra good.
action battle medicine for all of the health that you currently had.
I didn't know
I
you
could-
could one-shot healing.
I could kiss this fox
Thank
on the mouth.
you.
Like, seriously?
You may not be here.
That's
Somehow,
amazing.
You
The
suddenly
connection.
feel better.
The connection. Just like, huh.
The connection's still valid.
And then
Oh
also, I am going to, knowing that things are going to get a little bit crazy, I will cast Forbidden Ward on her, which gives her just a +1 AC.
It's to one specific target. So you can cast it on her and like the closest one of these floating skulls. What
do you mean?
Forbidding Ward is pick
Forbidding
one,
Ward
pick
is you
one.
pick one target that
Oh,
she gets
okay.
+1 AC against. It's not like blanket against all of them.
That'd be
so
really
it would be one of you would have to pick a skull that is going to be a little bit worse.
So I have to guess what skull is going to possibly hit
yes.
her?
Yep.
Skull roulette.
You can always wait if you wanted to.
That's
like
true.
you could do like
I
if
could-
if a giant skull comes,
There's
be
a-
like,
If there was
that's
some
the
kind
one.
of deal with God,
Well,
If there was some kind of hypothetical lizard behemoth, like
I was going to say,
Later.
like, should I pick the behemoth
he's
thing?
out of range.
I mean, Forbidding Ward is a cantrip. You could just keep going.
Yeah, you can just keep spamming
You
it.
could keep
Yeah,
guessing.
Yeah, you can do it every round.
Take a little guess every turn. That's
Sure,
fine by me.
I'm I'm gonna guess at that last one down there. Maybe it might
Far
last a
away.
little
The
longer.
farthest.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
in range, but I don't care to look it up. Fine. Forbidding word between
Oh.
the far one and Cammy.
He better not even think about
If I have to pick that first one, then I'll pick that.
I
One.
First
don't
one's
mind.
within range.
Okay,
it.
first
The first
one.
one.
then.
The first
has
one. He
forbidding
better
word.
not think about it.
And that leaves you with one action left?
No,
Or was
the Forbidding Word was
two?
2
That
actions,
is
and
two,
then
okay.
Adamson. Yep. So
Then
I'm
Cammy, feeling
Yeah.
much better and a little emboldened.
So that's not the case anymore.
I'm playing change.
I'm on
No,
it.
you totally can.
No, I'll hit you though.
You won't.
If I what? We're on enervation watch over here.
No, she could innervate a line beside me.
Can I do that? If I were to
Sure.
hit,
If you moved out like where like in front of Marius, or even
I don't
into the
have to
do-
hit
or even in
Trey
the
if I
doorway.
hit both of those
If it's a
guys?
line,
It
you
is
can
a
shoot
line.
a line down next to him. A line is a single tile wide. Like
I thought that his tile would be included. Oh,
no,
yeah.
because you can just shoot
would
it
be a
perfectly
point.
vertically. You just have to like move to the door.
Yeah, you just have to be adjacent to the line you want.
to
then
get
you
both
pick
of
the
these
line.
guys, and then can you
would
like
need
kind of
to
suck it
move,
in
like
a little
up
bit?
next to Marius to not hit Marius, but like if you go out
If
the
I go to
door,
the corner here,
you can
or
do
something.
it from the doorway if you want to, because you can
right
start
there's
it.
safest.
Yeah, you basically can start a line from any square adjacent to you, so you can shoot it like down the aisle next to you.
Amazing. Oh,
From like
then
the
it's
front
time.
corner and just. Bzz.
Well, I was going to not do it because I thought I was going to hit
No, I
him.
told you I was going to set up a line for you.
Now you do see two of them because the one that was flanking with Trey did flicker out and disappear.
Right.
So the two that you see, you couldn't get in the line without including Trey. And also, you
Oh,
got to run all the way up next.
That's
to
what
Trey.
I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I wanna use it when I can hit multiple skulls. Silly to bowl for one pin when I can have 3.
It's like the worst 7-10 split ever.
Yeah.
7-10 split, you can't hit the pin in the middle.
One of them's invisible.
7, 10, and 15. We're adding new pens.
Oh
All right, well, then
gosh.
what do you do?
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to step out here. Here I come. And I'm going to take this other corner. Across from Marius.
Keep the doorway open.
Trying to seem more prepared mentally than I am. I'm going to try like mimicking Marius, be like, yeah, like get into my own like battle state. I'm trying to
Safety corner.
yeah, walk the walk.
Tactics.
Yes, that's good. And I'm gonna look over at him and I'm gonna try and give like the coolest like, get him. That's stoke the heart. Yeah,
You gotta like act like you're a bouncer.
we are
One
going to
action
get
left.
him.
Whoa.
Oh, we keep forgetting a hex
Got a little
thing.
temp HP.
So
Yes.
you give him, he's the only valid target,
What,
because I don't
4?
think you can give it yourself.
Half
7.
level?
7?
Full? Wait. Half level plus 3, or what is it?
Was it 4 or 7? Because I believe it was 7.
I think it's 7
I think
because I was getting
seven's
7.
okay.
So it's
7
somewhere in
temp
my book.
HP. At least you
I
have
think
one
it
action
was
left.
7. I do think that you were right about that. I have 7.
Okay.
She can
One
take
action left. One action left. Can I?
That's remaster witch, baby.
Not a lot. Yes, we didn't know about that for the longest time. Can I? Listen, there's not a lot of spells here that are going to be one action. I could send somebody a message. I think I'd rather just try and kind of hide.
Fair enough.
Kind of
You
just
don't
sort
really
of
have anything to
brace myself, post up.
hide with.
Take
I'd
cover
you're
against
kind of
the
back in
rocky
a
face.
corner. Yeah, I'll let you. You got like kind of the rocks at the side of this little walkway. I'd let you
Small.
kind of like press into it. And
Yeah, I'm
sort of try
as much as I could possibly
give you some
effectively
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
trying to make myself like less noticeable, not the
As
obvious target.
The looming creature in the distance continues to approach. You feel a sense of doom. The screams echoing out from the once festive gala and feasting hall behind you have started to wither and recede. More from the casualties than from the partygoers managing to escape, as these specters mercilessly cut their way across the floor. But meanwhile, somewhere else entirely, MD opens his eyes. And as you hear this voice, you feel a familiar sensation inside of you. You do have this empathetic link. You still have this connection. And through it, you can feel a feeling of fear. It's not panic. It's more of worry, concern. You look around and you see a woman who's rushing over to you. This very long, almost waist length, bright blonde hair, nearly white. She looks to be fairly young, maybe 30 at the oldest, and here amidst what sounds almost like a battlefield in the mud and the dirt looks incredibly out of place in a bright white and yellow, almost sundress, but longer, more of a full gown, mud biting its way up the hem. She quickly rushes over and drops down in the dirt next to you, and you feel her small little hands immediately checking over you and shaking your shoulder. Brick, please, Brick.
I'm awake.
And you feel that empathetic link change to relief.
I'm gonna sit up. I'm sorry, but who are you?
You took a terrible blow, Brick. And she looks over and you look and see that you're next to a building that looks like it's been hit by a cannonball or a siege weapon, a catapult or something. It's knocked most of it clean over, and you are at the edge of a fairly large pile of rubble. Come on, get your focus. We don't have much time. Edelmay's making her way for the far stella. Martin's already activated the third. Have you seen Huglum?
No, I haven't seen Hugs.
You feel that empathetic worry start to come back again, but more restrained. She kind of closes her eyes and shakes her head. Brick, the Pharasmans are here. They've brought the army. We have to go now. We haven't time. We have to do what we can.
Right. Who are you? Fill me in.
It's me, Ariadna.
Right.
Come on your feet. And she stands up and doesn't offer a ton of support. She's a small lady.
I'm a big
But she
man.
does try. She, to her credit, does her best to try to help you up. And you, oddly fine, rise to your feet. You don't feel any pain. You don't feel any sense of weariness. You don't feel any different than you really do arriving in pretty much any other dream that you have. You're just simply here now.
And check myself over. Check my equipment. Everything's right.
And even as you do start feeling it, she kind of looks you up and down. This regalia, what are you wearing? Where did you find this? The make of this armor is impressive. I've never seen anything like this, Brick.
I've had it as long as I could remember.
What happened to you?
A lot.
I feel like you've taken more than a simple brick to the head.
Oh. It would take all night to tell you the whole story. Feels like I just woke
You
up from a long dream.
Hear a blast like an explosion as another huge missile crashes down on the other side of a building next to you, sending a spray of dirt, mud, and stone up into the air. Roaring fire and the shouts and the clash of steel, still somewhat distant, but nearing. And Ariadna flinches in fear, putting her hands up. The least useful defensive reaction. You know, the classic, like, I'm scared response. She is not prepared for this. And you look around and you see a village. A village of simple buildings. They look old, but not abandoned, just in older style. Where you would expect to see brick and mortar and shingled roofs, you see thatch and tar. You see log supports. You see simple framing for windows and doors. You see a fishing village on a lakeside. A heavy mist hanging over the water, and a single tower in the distance, rising up from an island towards the moon. This impact seems to jar Ariadna, and even though you're already standing, she just kind of uselessly shakes you again. Brick, Please, find Huglin, make your way for the jetties. We'll reconvene back at the tower. With the Pallid Mask watching over us and the town behind us, we can't fail. We'll make this work. The Stella are ready, I know it. We've poured everything into this.
Right. Find Hugwum.
Find him before he rushes into battle. You know how he is.
He probably
We need not
already
fight here.
has.
He need not fall. And stay safe. I can't lose you now. Not after everything we've done.
Alright. Find Hugwum. Figure out what the hell's going on.
Please, Brick, you have to try to focus. Just go, find him. Speak not his name, but feel his protection. The yellow eyes watch us. Our path is long and it winds, but at the end all truths will be laid bare.
I don't... Right. I have...
Just-
No.
Go. I'll explain when we have time. We have to go. And she turns, looking back towards where all these sounds are coming from, and then scurries away the other direction, off towards a hill that seems familiar on a landscape that you feel that you know well, towards what would be the park in Thrushmoor, where the Stella stands amidst the town. What do you do?
Going to head towards where the fighting sounds like it's coming from.
You head inland, away from this tower, away from this shore, towards the tree line, towards the edge of this village and where the sounds of battle are coming from. Winding your way through these streets, you see smoke rising from a fire in the distance. It looks like several buildings have been set aflame. You can see torches far away in the tree line. Larger ones held aloft and smaller pinpricks of light. The tips of arrows knocked in dozens and dozens of bows. As a command is called out and they are loosed, tiny candlelights flying through the air in a rain towards this town. And as you duck for cover from that around a corner into a wide alley, you see it. A hulking creature, seeming to be made of the same matter of the dark tapestry, constellations and stars whirling together into a massive hooded shape of 4 arms, a galaxy at its center, a dark abyss at its head. And everything seems to speed up again. You can't tell if this is a vision or something you truly experience as you're whisked forward through time, racing to this tower, to boats with faces you recognize. Martin, Huglum, Edelme, Ariadna, more that you don't. Making your way out to the tower, out on the lake on Briarstone Isle. As the group of you hurriedly ascend up to the crest, where you can look out at the battle for Thrushmoor. Ustalavic soldiers, Pharasman clerics, fighting side by side, laying waste to the town. And suddenly, in a flash of yellow light, everything is simply gone. And you are standing alone atop this tower, looking out over an endless, barren desert. You climb back down the stairs to find yourself not in the inside of this lighthouse, this overlook of the lake, but in a much more modern building of sterile white walls and smooth stone tiles, the lobby of an asylum that you've seen before. Screams echoing in the distance as yellow-clad figures, shapes, monsters race through the halls, slaughtering everything they can reach. And then you find yourself somehow adrift. Everything around you gone, But this being, this four-armed constellation, this monstrosity. Again, you hear a voice. The loop must be closed. The error must be corrected. This cannot be allowed. And you feel yourself roughly shunted to the side, as if you were being physically, bodily thrown, and this darkness around you whirls in a sea of stars, as everybody else out here at this doorway, fighting against these wisps, sees MD simply tumble down this small little staircase right behind Reginald, landing confused on the floor to more screaming, more monsters, more chaos and slaughter as these strange green figures whirl around an incredible hall behind you. You see dozens of bodies and your friends almost silhouetted by the doorway in front of you, Trey in the distance valiantly fighting against these strange floating skulls. You want to roll me some initiative?
I already rolled you some initiative.
What did you get?
I got a 31.
31? There you go. That would be
after
here.
Trey. Yeah.
No, that would be here. Is what it would be here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The creature approaches. And as it starts to come closer, still hundreds of feet away, but approaching steadily, its massive bulk allowing it to cover distance at an almost unimaginable speed, you see that the ripples in the lake from where it had emerged shouldn't really be called such. This beast is so massive that, like a drop on the surface of a puddle, as those ripples reach the shore, they grow. A huge wave rising up so high, this creature in the distance at its origin is barely even visible, is barreling towards this rock. Trey, you are up, good sir.
Define barreling. As in, I see that will be an immediate problem.
That will be here, you estimate, around the end of this round.
Raise shield, take cover.
Planet, hide!
I don't have a choice. And then while I'm there, lash out at the one behind me I can still see.
Sure, give me an attack.
I have no choice.
No, that's the smart. I'm definitely not judging that one.
I missed. That's a 4 on the die. I missed on a 7. So
Planting your shield and hunkering down as hard as you can as this massive wave looms. These creatures continue their assault. The one in front of you lashing out with another pair of jolts of this strange energy. For a 34 and a 24. So one hit, one miss.
one hit. Nothing says I can't shield block it. So
No, I mean, you're in cover. I would say that you very much super could shield block it. You're like fully hiding behind your shield at this point. Shield block away, my friend.
So minus 15.
19. So 4 points of damage to you and the shield. And I need a further will save from everyone here who can see its flickering light. MD now included. This is a fear effect. It will not cause you harm.
Okay.
I get to roll dice. Let's go. That's the party.
I want to check if I wanted to use an item I would have to warn it earlier, right?
If it's you'd either need to get it out or be
I rolled
wearing.
9.
If it's something you have to wear, you have to invest it, which is basically a morning. Like it's a 10-minute activity, so you couldn't
It's not a bad idea.
pull out like a cloak or something you aren't wearing in the middle of a fight and switch. That's something you have to have ready.
Okay.
Something handheld you can pull out of your bag.
Great.
I rolled a 9, which would be a total of 24. I think I'm going to actually use one of my points here and re-roll.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, and which is...
Oh.
Oh, that helps.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, it's a natural 18 right there. Do I? Okay, okay, my bad. I don't know where I was handing it to the abyss. That is a 33.
Success.
35.
Critical success.
No way.
Which means you're immune to this in the future. You don't have to make this check anymore.
Oh,
24.
that's so nice.
Regular failure.
18. It was a will save.
Yes.
32.
Success.
Cool.
21.
Regular failure. So with a regular failure, Marius and Trey. Well, Marius,
Is
you
this
are
the frightened
frightened one.
condition? Yeah.
You are frightened one. Trey, though you did fail, takes a little bit more than that to put you
Even
off.
if I was just a fighter, that wouldn't affect me.
Why don't you do roll me a flat check? Because we forgotten that.
We did. 2.
Two.
Let's go!
Ooh, that's interesting.
Oh, no.
This thing's attempt to scare you, to assert
I get to
itself,
see what it does now.
feels like it should trigger something in you. But it doesn't.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
in the dream.
And I didn't get the battle cry because nothing was there when I rolled.
There was nothing there.
initiative.
We started initiative.
Got baited.
From behind you, in that same space, another skull simply reappears. Jolts already flying, arcing out towards you, as it is going to flit out twice,
Looking for a 30.
flat-footed. We'll have exactly a 30, and then not that. So one more hit.
Shield block again.
Quicko Shieldo Blocko.
Because they're not letting me AOO them, so what else am I going to do?
They are pretty hard to AOL. Do. This one says 26. So 11 points of damage to you and the shield. And then it is going to use its last action. Let's see. What's the too far. It's going to flitter over, just gliding forward towards Marius to about 10 feet up above him, just kind of hovering over him in the doorway, very much focused on him, almost a rolling flicker going across it as it hones in.
Wow.
The third, indeed, also is going to fly up. It's going to take a good little shot at Trey as it goes by, and I'll use a villain point on this for the double roll. I'm stacked up. Ghost of Azan, thank you for that.
Looking for a 30.
Yeah, those are both bad, so it's not,
It happens.
not going to do it. And then a third action to continue up, floating again about 15 feet up, hovering ominously here in the doorway, focused very much on Marius with this rolling flicker. MD, you are suddenly somewhere else entirely, and here is your party. You feel this empathetic link flare up when inside you once again, quivering but very desperately trying to seem cool.
That.
Don't tell him that.
He sees what you truly feel.
No.
There's Cammy. That feels right.
Just so you know, I'm actually a human form, not my fox form. I am dressed the same. So that might be a bit
You're just
confusing.
right
Like, oh,
behind
what
you.
else?
You literally
Clothes.
fall down these stairs, and then Reginald, you turn around and just kind of see MD just kind of behind you, stumbling over it, catching himself on this little
Do a
altar.
cool flip.
Oh, look, you made it.
Right. Situation, quick, like 2 seconds.
There's a giant monster thing coming after us. We tried to find our little MacGuffin.
Got it. Running out the
Didn't
door.
work.
Yeah, running out the door.
That might not be the best place to go.
I-
I
I want to get through I want to get past the one that's in front. So if I have to tumble through, I'll tumble through.
They are like 15 feet in the
Oh,
air.
yeah,
You
I'm
can
gonna
very
go-
easily just run underneath them.
Run all the way up 30, speed 30.
If you go to
Yeah,
run
30's just past him, yep.
I want to get right up to Trey.
Yeah, I was going to
Guys,
say, if you go to run past,
move to get right up to
Is
Trey.
it?
it is by 1.
My one.
Oh, that's stinky.
Because you're 30, not
It's
35.
So
pretty
close.
Stinky.
Pretty stinky.
Cool. Second move up to Trey. It's fine. Up to Trey.
That enemy is now flat-footed, and we can't be flanked.
And
Back to
so,
back's real nice.
Let's go, fellas.
and you said there's a wave barreling towards us, right?
Yes, and as you rush out, you can see as you come to the doorway and take out this massive lake in front of you, a humongous wave.
And I'm planted with a
And
tower
Trey with his
shield like
shield
it's going to
pointed.
help.
Oh
I'm
my
going-
gosh.
Behind it as hard as he can.
I'm going to put my back up to Trey and
Brace
kind
for
of
impact.
lock myself in and brace myself up against
You
Trey.
want to take an action to take
Yeah.
cover with Trey?
Yeah.
All right.
Brace myself with wood tray.
Oh gosh.
At the end of this rocky structure, the ritual continues. Undaunted by the enormous tsunami that is coming in, these green figures continue to chant and pray. Marius.
All right, so if I wanted to put on an article of clothing, that would take like 10 minutes.
You want to get
depends on what it
dressed?
is.
What are you trying to
I've
put on?
got my fine yellow sash.
Oh.
So it's not invested, the problem. So like there's a
Yeah. You already
mechanic
be
that
wearing it?
this very well, yeah, do you not have it on?
Oh,
I would
I kind of imagine that a sash would be like a scarf, and that sounds hot, so I don't think I'd be wearing it.
No, a sash is like the toga
It's like
thing.
it's like the pageant, like the Miss Universe.
You got your safety
pageant
patrol
thing.
sash
yeah,
on.
your safety
Yeah.
patrol, your
Oh,
hall
yeah, okay.
monitor.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It has
It even
flair.
says hall monitor
There's
on
buttons.
it.
I didn't know that, so I'd never actually considered it. So I guess.
It's just on. It's up to you.
Sure.
Okay. It's
Sure.
fine.
Well, we can say
We typically wear our magic items, so they
Don't
get
forget
In this
to-
house.
wait, don't forget to
we
put
wear
on-
our magic items.
You
in
can
this
take
house.
a minute to put on your floaties. You're about to need them.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna get wet.
Well, in that case, if I forgot that, I'm going to take a minute and just like hastily fire 2 shots up in the air at the skull closest to me. It's with a longbow, so this is very just kind of hoping it
Yeah,
hits.
not very short range.
That's I got 15, 19,
31.
minus 3, so I think 31.
31 will hit.
Okay, and then a.
This is the one closest to you.
16 minus 27.
27 will not. So one solid hit. Now they do, however they look as they flit and flicker around, they do appear to be solid. Your arrow does connect with them. It does strike.
That's 8, 10, 14,
14 points of damage. Solid.
and
We're on the board.
On the board.
I will take. I'll take one more shot, and then I'm gonna run inside. That's a natural 20.
Ooh!
You can pin. Is it your hunted prey?
Yes.
You can pin it to the wall.
You can.
Okay.
Another arrow searing up, piercing through this, connecting into the outside, the stone of this palace, pinning this little flickering skull to the wall, stopping it from doing its shenanigans. That's pretty good.
Okay, so yeah. 7 plus 4 and double
He's
that.
also stoked.
Gonna be a big number.
He is
He's
so
stoked.
stoked and he has
Forgot about
huge
that.
Stoked
numbers.
right now. His numbers are going to be so
Oh my
big.
Stoked
gosh.
damage?
Right now,
So
it's
plus
2.
on the crit.
It's
Stoke
plus 8
is
on
4.
the
Stoke is
for the
just
crit.
tell him
Yeah,
4.
four.
Stoke is plus 4.
It's plus
It's
4.
four.
Plus
It's
four.
4.
So plus 8.
Stop. Yeah,
Okay.
plus.
and then another D10.
Is the longbow deadly? Okay.
Deadly D10.
We like headshots in this house.
Get him.
No, you'd think they would all be that. It's a flying skull. They're all headshots. It's all. It doesn't have anything else.
Okay.
I think you got it.
All right. I think it's 55. And is
Minus 1. Someone's gone.
Hey.
Okay,
Grunt-
nope, Gonzo.
Grunt birthday party.
Luckily for it, it doesn't have
Pop.
to roll a.
It is pinned to the
check
wall
to
because
see
it is
its depth.
shattered as his arrow shoots through and just absolutely shatters the side of this skull. The light going out as the rest of it just topples onto the ground and breaks into tiny gray fragments across the stone, looking a little different than the rubble around it.
I'm afraid of everything that's going on around me, but I'm just like, see that, like, okay. And I'm gonna duck inside to get away from the big scary tsunami.
Just around the corner, fair enough. Reginald,
All right.
Come out
I guess
here.
I should get into the fray. And as I will step in the doorway, notice the giant wave coming, and go, that's a bad idea, but I will phase bolt. Is there a spirit thing right there?
just
About
above
15
you,
feet above
yes.
you.
Okay, I
You come out
will.
the door and see it looming like 15 feet
Yeah,
up.
so I will phase bolt that and then go back inside.
Wait, is baseball 2 actions?
Phase
You
blood
can't
is
do
2
something
actions.
mid-movement. You'd have to take
Oh,
another action to
you're
move back
stuck
in.
out here, buddy.
Oh, I can't like use my movement to go back in because I didn't use all my movement.
When you start another action, that moves over. That's the
Look at him
downside of
contemplate.
the 3
How far away
actions.
does this wave look?
Pretty close at this point.
Oh,
Commit to the bit.
I would say very close. Maybe 2 initiative
Wait,
slots
wait,
away.
Ah!
For like 3 seconds.
you said his arrow actually poked through. So
Yes.
instead of phase bolt, which is 2 actions, I will use my crossbow.
Ah, pooey.
Yes.
Take a shot.
Oh, and devise a stratagem is free because this is part of my lead. Correct? Is all this a part of the lead?
I'll give it to you. It's a stretch on the floating skulls, but I'll give it to you.
Okay.
Devices. I would
The rest of
definitely.
it doesn't matter. He's
Yeah.
giving it to
What do
you.
you mean? The lead is 100 feet away from him.
I'd give it to you on the
The
for
lead is
sure on the
100
frog
feet
specters.
away.
All right, so
for
here's the
sure on
devise
the
a
huge
stratagem roll.
lizard. It's very
Oh my
much a
gosh,
stretch on the
dude.
skull.
I know this
Pew.
dice rolls
What
hot.
did you devise?
That was my devise a stratagem.
What?
A
Which is
19.
19.
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
I'd say use the stratagem probably.
Yeah.
Maybe do that. That's a
But-
good stratagem.
But what if I would get a natural 20?
Well, you had to use the stratagem.
All
It
right,
can
fine.
only
Play
go
right
up
now,
from
dude.
here, baby.
All right, it can only-
Stop.
Reroll
Don't
it.
listen to him.
Hero point reroll.
So you get a
it.
19. Oh, and these skulls are not immune to precision damage, so you do get your bonus investigator damage on them.
3d6.
I'm in heaven.
So 3d6.
You missed the part where the
No,
specters
you're in
are.
Sarnath.
Yeah, well, you know what?
It's 3d6
3d6
plus my.
plus your crossbow damage.
Okay, crossbow
plus
damage.
your intelligence modifier.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you my dice rolls, and then you got. All right,
Or
so
just read me numbers, I'll tell you results.
okay.
Pretty good roll there, too. 8, 10,
the
15
Uh,
on your dice.
15 on all the dice.
15 on the dice.
Yes, 15.
And then I assume your int is plus 4, so 19,
19,
points of
yeah.
damage from that crossbow bolt. The tank, 1 crossbow bolt solidly
Yes.
into the hovering wisp,
Yes, it is plus 4.
and then you run back to the door.
And then I run back through the door.
So back behind Marius, or back where you were?
Anywhere that also wouldn't hit me that will hit, where it's like it keeps hitting me with that. Keep on having us make a will
Oh,
save.
so up to the stairs then, like around the corner where you can't see.
If that's possible. How far?
Yeah,
do
we
I'm
can
in
absolutely
5.
With the second move action, you could totally get there.
Yeah, you have
Okay.
your whole speed now, so you can go as
Yeah.
far as you want. Cammy!
Okay. This feels risky.
Safety bubble.
I've never used my cube.
Safety bubble.
Safety
It's
cube.
1 action to press my cube.
It is.
Press the button.
Pull out a Rubik's Cube.
Do
It's
it.
1 action to press the cube.
It is.
I'll have 2 actions after pressing my cube.
You want to press the cube.
Press the cube.
So you know exactly what the cube. You have identified the power of the cube.
It's
You just
fully identified.
haven't
We've
actually
just never
used it.
Well, we
Okay.
found it, and then the
pressing the
next
cube?
place we went, we were in the tree, and I was like, bad place for
Are
the
we
cube.
pressing? Are we pressing the cube?
Oh, you seem
You've
too
got-
excited!
Press the cube!
I want to press the cube!
Roll a d6.
Oh no! I'm pressing the cube. I'll have 2 actions after, so I can save whatever.
Press it 2
happens.
more times.
No, I'll press it 2
It
more
is actually
times.
2 actions to press the cube. You got to focus.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Let's go.
I'll give it to you as a 1 action just 1 time because I really want you to press the cube.
Press the
So you,
Just
you
do
can,
it.
I really want you to press it 1 action
okay,
discount.
okay, it's a D6?
D6.
Okay,
First time.
You die.
2.
A 2. The cube is featureless. You know there is a variety of magic in here, but you
Yes.
have no idea, really. There's no way you can identify it to define what. It's a perfectly smooth, featureless cube. So you press in a face that, for the sake of us being able to determine like the faces of the cube that exist, you have pushed in the face that would correspond with 2 on a D6.
Oh yeah, cube. That's a good face, right?
And as you kind of hold it up and press it in, immediately popping into existence around you is a 10-foot cube. So it's just small enough to not include the floating skull that is right there because it is 15 feet in the air.
Lock myself in a room with the skull.
It is
Lock this going on.
just big enough to not. It is blocking the door.
I didn't think about the door.
Goes out.
I was thinking about the
And
tsunami.
The corner ends in the square underneath the floating skull. You can see through it.
Okay.
It's not like visibly solid. It is a
There's my cage.
glowing.
Now scooching out of there.
It is a glowing barrier of faint purple energy, scintillating matter on a perfectly flat series of 6 planes around you.
You're in a big dice. You could roll yourself.
I could roll myself.
You are now in a big purple cube.
A real dicey situation.
That's gonna help, right?
Probably.
Oh, this feels like it was the bad idea.
Turns out
But
it's permeable to
it
water.
says its shields are nearly impenetrable. If it's the specifically water's cool shield,
Yeah, water's fine.
It's actually water soluble.
oh.
You lick it and it starts dissolving.
Okay, so
It's a sugar
okay,
shield.
so I'm gonna kind of
It's not
reach
glass.
out just from because I'm considering my last. Am I able to like reach through the thing,
You
or
stick
is it
your
like?
hand through and feel absolutely no resistance whatsoever.
Oh, that's bad.
We're gonna find out.
That's
You
not
stick
gonna
your
help.
hand through the doorway, not even the slightest, not even like a
Gotta see a
curtain.
little
No,
tiny
you can
hand.
just stick your hand right through it.
I feel
Maybe
like
it-
maybe that won't help.
Maybe it only works on water.
Oh, stop it. That's so.
What do you do?
Open up the water jug.
What do you do,
understood.
Kenny?
I'm gonna. I don't think my idea was good.
You gotta believe.
I'm thinking about going inside anyway.
It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea.
What do you do?
I'm
Kevin?
gonna,
6
I'm gonna-
seconds.
I'm going. I'm ducking around. I'm ducking
Around the corner.
I'm ducking around the corner, and then I'm gonna recall knowledge on my cube. That's my whole turn.
You duck around the corner, just again flitting right through the wall. Does not even a little bit.
Yeah,
stop you.
as I'm like
You
hopping
just
through it, I'm like,
flit
what
right
what is it?
What is this?
And then I'm gonna recall knowledge. I want to try and figure out what the cube do.
As you're
What the
looking
cube
at the
do.
cube,
What the cube do?
What that
this
cube do?
is so funny. As you're,
No.
as you're looking at
It's
the cube,
the water bubble.
Okay, but then
You're
I would have blocked the
thinking-
door. That's good.
you barely have a moment to think as the wave breaks, split across the end of this stone pier, this crag sticking out past the wall where all of these spirits conduct their ritual. They disappear under a tidal wave that has emerged that slams with an echoing force into the side of the palace. You hear the sound of every window in this building shattering. Several faces of the building itself crack and crumble inward like an explosion as this smashes into the side. In the doorway here, you are extremely safe as the water stops perfectly, fully blocked by this purple cube, washing around it.
Yes!
Breaking enough of the force that the doorway remains completely undamaged.
Shut up, dude. That's so. Is it water shield?
It's a.
Is that side water shield?
You two need to make me a fortitude.
Oh, yeah.
save.
Oh, sorry.
No, absolutely.
I need a fort save from
I
the
assume-
fellas
No
outside.
I
way!
assume I get the plus
Now
4
you
from
get
the
your
shield.
+4. Both of you will get the +4 from the tower shield cover on this fortitude save as you are both braced together up against this shield, trying.
38.
35.
My guys, holding up this shield,
Oh my god!
you feel a tremendous.
That is not the only wall that stands.
Holy
you feel
cow!
an incredible impact. Threaten to lift you up and throw you, and you feel MD behind you. Both of you, all of your strength into this as you block a tsunami with your tower shield
At level 9.
Yes.
that crashes around you. Both of you absolutely soaked. A few bewildering moments as you're lost in this deluge, submerged completely in a vertical wall of water, unable to see or breathe, but holding firm until the water crashes back down. And you can see this scene before you, drenched as it is, seems unchanged. The spirits now standing around a ritual circle with benches gone, like they were never there. The small standing monuments around them lost, washed away like so much sand.
It's a
On a
gazebo
blank, soaked pier of stone, still holding this idol unmoved. It looks to you even dry, aloft towards this being as it approaches. So too do these floating skulls in the air seem unmoved.
Based off my calculations, our friends are gone.
Guys.
With your knowledge check,
It should be gone.
you figure that the purple cube on phase 2 prevents any non-living matter from crossing the boundary.
You know what?
Oh my
It's the
God.
water
It's
shield.
the water shield!
You thought I was joking.
Any attended objects on a creature pass through harmlessly, but it fully prevents any kind of inanimate objects,
Shut the front
water,
door.
That is
ranged
genius.
attacks,
No!
She only knows
undead
what I knew.
spirits.
That's hilarious. Hey, he's not living.
You're kidding, dude.
He's
Oh my
not-
gosh!
He's not living.
You can pass through it with no
Wow.
difficulty at all.
That's
Gotta
insane.
move through it. Trey,
You're right. I'm really not living. I need to like go out and adventure more.
Shaking off real quick, looking back at MD. We have to get the idol. We don't have much time. This place is gonna fall apart.
I can see that.
Let's kill this one and move on.
'Kay.
Ignore the other one. And I'm just gonna strike out. Now it's flat-footed.
How
No,
close
it's not, but the fellas are
is
here.
within range of us?
so the range both of you. This one's pretty low.
So-
This one's right next to you.
The reason I was saying I was big brain, you roll your attack. I want to explain this. I was thinking, I don't have my weapon drawn, but then I remember I clearly stated a long time ago, the scimitar is always just a fist whenever it's not drawn.
Just a tar.
30.
30
Flat-footed.
will hit its flat-footed.
when
It is.
and,
Because MD has arrived,
Yep.
you will hit.
and when it hits, I'm going to use that moment to just uppercut it.
Yep.
Get in there, baby!
14.
19 on the
damage?
die.
19 on the die?
19 on the die. 38 against his flat-footed.
Regular hit.
Okay, we'll take it. I get D4 then. And you said it is not immune to precision damage.
It sure isn't. It is a physical floating skull.
Get hit.
That's a lot of ones.
It's a lot of ones. We're
But
number
a
one.
lot of ones together make like a 5. So, I mean...
it actually does
Something
like
true.
3 1s and a 2. So
That's cool addition.
Wow.
15, 14,
14?
We both did
no.
14.
20.
20?
20. I forgot about the +6. It's been forever since I played Pathfinder.
All right, with a pair of solid strikes, this skull is battered and damaged, but still floating.
Lash out
You
again.
have 2 actions left, yes.
Yeah. That will miss, and then last one's going to be raise the shield. It's done very good by me so
This
far.
shield's been taking a lot of punishment here for sure. This creature, again, flickering and scintillating, I need a will save from everyone, is still a fear effect, will still not hurt you.
What about me?
You get a plus
Did
one.
I hide
not
yet?
you, because you critically succeeded, not Reginald, because you can't see it. So the 3 of you,
I
actually.
fail again. Does nothing.
Yikes.
Doesn't matter when you fail.
I can
That's
see it
true.
from where I am.
You're just like in the doorway. You can see
Oh,
through
yeah.
the doorway, yeah.
If I roll a 1, I'll let you know.
MD.
18, 19.
Regular failure, you're frightened 1. Regular failure, probably.
Yes.
You brave man.
22 regular failure.
Regular failure, you're frightened 1.
We actually rolled the same thing.
The failures for everyone. This
Spooked.
immediately turns its attention towards the new arrival, towards MD, and you see a similar glow to what is around this skull start to flicker and illuminate around you, flowing out into it as it opens its mouth, bolstering itself off of your fear. Make a fortitude save.
I'm going to use this hero point I've had forever. It's from Scott. Scott. As I feel it, you know, I think I've been through this before, where they just drain my life force, and I don't like it. So
Y'all gotta stop doing this to me. I don't like it.
no, it's a fixed point in time. I rolled another 2. I rolled 2 2s.
It's not
Not
a
a
critical failure,
manipulate,
but probably
right?
a regular failure. It is not actually. It is an attack.
18.
18 is in fact a regular failure.
Thank you, Scott. Though appreciate you.
You are drained something, and it rejuvenates.
You are going to take 12 points of damage,
Oh, these things probably hate me because they can't do that.
and it too is going to heal for 12
Oh,
points of
no.
damage.
That's rude.
As it siphons this pure emotional energy off of you before having found some success,
Going.
snapping out towards you with a quick bolt. 27.
I still have
MD.
cover from him, right?
Not
No.
from where he is.
No,
so.
no.
Guardian's deflection plus 2 AC. It misses.
It will miss with plus 2 AC.
I have everyone's ACs written
Whipping
down.
the
Slip in
shield
there.
around. This
Weapon.
shit, MVP shielding.
It's
Yeah,
actually the
seriously.
weapon.
It's the weapon.
Yeah, because you lash out and hit it
This
away.
man is the you.
Dang.
Tank.
You didn't make. I didn't make this
Tank.
character to be a tank. You didn't start to be a tank. How do we end up
Tank.
here again? How are we doing War for the Crown again?
I'm good at being a tank.
This is just Nell.
Yeah, Nell with a spear instead of a sword.
You whip your weapon around and deflect this as a flicker of energy, a mote of light, as this thing just shoots up into the air, into the distance, some 15, 20 feet up. Barely in the reach of your spear were you to be underneath it, but too high for anyone else to easily strike out at it. The second that is remaining, you are legally
It's on top of the cube.
alive. You can go through the cube. Okay. It is going to... I was like, what? Can you go through the cube? Yes, you can, Mr. Skullman. First, it is going to siphon this same fear, opening its mouth, draining towards MD. Another fortitude save, MD.
You guys are bullies. Rolled a 4 this time.
Nice.
It's a total of a... Cancels out, so 20.
12 more
20.
points of damage. This one, however, unharmed. Is it? No, it is a heal, so it actually does not get anything out of this because it has not been damaged yet. It just gets 12 points of damage on you, and then it will fly down through the cube towards you and fire a jolt your direction.
Are those people dying?
Yeah.
Okay.
30 even.
Got it.
Quick zap. 26
26
points of negative damage.
Ouch.
It is, however, now your turn, and with its 3 actions used, it is right next to you.
And it's in my range.
Oh, it is in
It
your
made a
range, so it is
mistake.
flat-footed. You have long stick.
I'm the
Long
smoky stick.
stick.
See, the strategy here is I'm the nuisance. He's the damage. As long as I'm anywhere near him, things are worse for everyone else.
You have really slotted in a support tank role super well. You can do it so incredibly strongly in 2E.
As long as you have a reach
MD
weapon.
just used one, but he always needs another. May he use this so everyone else can duck and cover. Scott! Scott! His chosen warrior has returned. Have a hero point.
Let's tumble past.
Hey, that's
Hey,
very
that's on
appropriate.
theme.
Tumble past
That's
these
very on
twos.
theme. Tumble past these twos.
Tumble past these two. I'm going to swing my... I'm going to punch. I'm going to write this real fast before I forget. I'm going to punch. Just a good old straight punch. It's cocked. That's cocked.
Do better.
Natural 20.
He did better.
Better.
He did better. It has healed off of you,
that was-
but a natural
felt it.
20 absolutely going to crit on your first attack.
But this one hasn't.
That's good.
This is the... Oh, no, this is the full health one, actually.
Yeah.
You're right. This is that one flickered away because it's very hurt, and they're not unintelligent, so off it goes. This is a
4,
full health. Can
8.
you one bang a floating skull?
4, 8, 12, 14, 15, 19, 25,
That's a one.
50.
50 is not one bang a
Oh,
floating
it's
skull.
close.
It is a... It's a pretty big hit,
Um,
but that is not a singular fight ender. Definitely could not take a second one of
Has
those.
to succeed a fortitude save against my class DC or be slowed 1 until my next turn.
Ooh.
Oh.
Brawler group.
Hey, you want to guess what a floating skull's worst save is by 7?
Fortitude.
Wait, hold. So it has the same saves as me.
It honestly might. It's
But
not
backwards.
There's so much in common.
Because
What?
great fortitude, terrible will. So it's got probably great
What's
will,
your class
terrible
DC?
fortitude.
25, I think.
high. It's slowed 1.
Dang.
And it's also minus 10 to its speed, too, from debilitations.
Ooh, fair enough. I'll take this slowed here.
He can't fly nowhere.
I'm going to tell you, it's
Teleport.
probably not going to care a whole lot about the minus 10 of its speed. But its speed is
Yeah,
comical.
yeah.
They have he who speed.
He who
But-
speed.
Their speed is I go where I
Their
please.
speed is 50. So I
Oh.
think those-
Right now, it's 40.
now it's 40. So like that might make the difference. But and its flicker
50
teleport is a
dash.
fixed distance, so it doesn't care about that either. But it is slowed 1, so that's pretty good.
It is pretty good. I Let's punch it again.
Might as well.
Let's punch it again.
Do rogue stuff.
It's a 5 on the die.
Probably not.
No.
You know what?
Re-roll it.
One more.
IQ curve meme. I
Yeah.
just attacked 3 times.
Yeah. I don't want to leave Trey.
Your buddies.
I
Through
think
the-
I'm fine.
Through the rushing water, you see this ritual continuing uninterrupted. The idol still held aloft in the leader's hands. Marius.
Okay. I'm gonna go out the door and try to get back into the safety corner.
As
Not that
you
it's
rush
particularly
out the
safe.
door here, make me a will save.
Am I legally alive? Natural 1.
Wee.
As Marius quickly moves to duck out the door, you see him into the side of the cube. Stop. You hit it
He's not.
like
Oh,
it is a
no.
solid wall. You are non-living matter.
How is a skull more alive than me?
The skull's a ghost.
Aberration.
No,
It's
no.
not.
Living aberration. Undead ghoul.
It's the
Non-living
water and
matter.
Marius specifically.
That is your first move action. You go to duck out the door and hit this purple wall. You just saw Cammy duck there. It was like it was nothing. That does not appear to apply to you. You hear whomp and see like a flash of energy across the wall as it repels Marius.
I imagine that that's the actual moment that in my recall knowledge I realized, oh, it's
Oh, non-living.
It's non-living.
I get it.
like that's the.
So that
a
includes
conundrum.
Water and oxygen and Marius.
You have two.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
great-
sitting there. It's like it looks like it's physical, maybe, and then you go, oh.
Oh, I see.
Hey,
actually-
there was a hero point to Marius earlier.
Was
I
there?
saw
Oh,
it.
did
I
miss it?
saw it.
Hyperbole. My bad. Hero point to Marius.
Thank you.
I
Then we
didn't
roll
see
that
that
one?
from
I didn't even
Hyperbole.
know.
What you got?
Roll
I'll
to
re-roll
go
the
through
one.
door better.
Catch your breath. Just take a moment,
How'd I miss
then
this?
get back in there.
Re-roll the one.
Will that make
Oh,
me
I see it.
alive?
No one should face the force of nature unarmed. Yes, I did miss that. My bad.
Yeah, I saw it. I got
Um,
you, Hyperbole.
Well, I don't think an arrow is more alive than me. So
I was really hoping
There
the
it
next
is.
action would be to take some shots. Watch the others just go tung tung. Oh my god.
'Cause I don't necessarily know that it's non-living matter. I'm just going to assume that there's a wall there now. So I'm going to
Well, like 80% of this place was just destroyed.
probably duck back where Mr. Foxman is because I am afraid and don't want to be more afraid.
And you know from the layout of this place that this little area here is a bit above, and now the walls are a fair bit damaged. The spirits have already slaughtered their way past this and moved on. The area to the south is fairly clear, strewn about with corpses, dead bodies, bloodless, and their
Feeling
repose.
hungry now.
Freshly
But
living.
The walls are open. There are
He's a
shattered windows and holes in the stone. You can shoot down
business now.
from this chamber here.
This is a good point. Yeah, okay, I'll move up toward a window there. I kind of forgot about that.
With your dwarven lack of speed, it would take you 2 actions to move from the doorway to
Okay.
get up there. But you now have a sick position, and Reginald,
If I was bonked by the door, would that have ended my movement?
I'll give it to you. You have 1 action left. That's
Okay.
fair. You can
Um,
immediately turn around and use the rest of that movement. That's because that's still you didn't take a separate action.
Then I'll just hunt prey on one of the one that's on the skull. And
Wait.
Closest one or for a far one?
How far away is the ritual?
far.
Pretty decently far, but definitely a longbow
I'll say
range.
the farthest one.
Hey.
Just
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
You
super.
could longbow those guys.
Yeah, you can start shooting
You
those
got a
dudes.
great sniper spot now.
we were told something.
Prey hunted, Reginald.
How's everybody's health?
Oh, look.
I am fine, actually.
I've got a few necrotic burns,
I
but like I'm
hesitant to-
fine.
All
I'm
right.
hesitant to declare it, but I'm
Turns out my shield's really good at handling
Knock on wood.
necrosis.
Okay. I will tighten my suit up, and I think I'm about to get a little bit moistened. It's all right. And I will run out the door. I don't think I'm going to hit this wall because
And you rush out through this purple wall like it's nothing. Like there's
Yeah.
oh
nothing.
my gosh.
sorry, Marius.
We just trapped you in the building.
I think you're alive.
Like, I don't know which side to take it
You're a
down.
great fishing.
Does Reginald know?
Yeah.
I don't think it's been explicitly said,
yeah.
but he looks like a lingual right now.
I mean,
fair. He does look like a green.
I
ghoul.
am a detective. I could figure out he's probably not dead guy.
Detective.
You know,
He wears a hat
He's
of
a
disguise
detective.
normally.
Oh, he does.
The problem is he completely changes his physical shape in the
I spent like a few days with him fishing. We probably talked about it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, by the
What
way,
do you
You're an
do?
investigator. a lot of people have intuited
All right,
it.
so that was one
One
action there.
And now you're in range of this small skull just hovering down in front of you that's siphoning and zapping at MD.
Well, then I will.
now very
I will,
injured. All
and
of a
it's
sudden,
also flat-footed to you because you're
you are
in
flanking.
range.
This side
I will devise a stratagem and hit him.
devise, my friend.
Natural 18.
Pretty good stratagem.
Yes. I will take that one.
I had a mistake. The intelligence is just to attack, not to
Correct. Yes.
The
I
damage
saw
is the
that.
3d6.
Okay. So, for the this is 2d6 with, and this is in melee range, correct? With my
Yes, you
sword
hit with
cane.
your cane.
Okay. Cool.
Flat-footed.
What's your total on your attack?
Oh,
'Cause, like you might
eight-
credit,
Oh yeah.
obviously. With 18 and it's
plus
flat-footed?
17. That is 35.
Never mind.
As was it.
Close, but not quite.
Okay.
With a 19.
That's fair.
So that's 2d6. That's and then plus 3. I have 2d6 plus 3 plus 7. Why do I have that?
Because the it's just investigator bonus and then your damage.
Thank you. Okay, so then that is
Math.
18 just from the hit, and then devise a stratagem on top of that.
Is the 3d6 extra, yep. 18 plus another 3d6. Investigator hit hard once because the problem is you have to devise a stratagem. So you only
Right.
you get a big slap, but you only
Close.
get one big slap
Then
attack.
18 plus 11, that is 31.
29.
29.
Close.
That is also better math
Pathfinder.
than me. Why did I mess that up? I'm
Found the
sad
math.
at myself.
And that blow, 29, after the massive crit MD landed, you will step out and with your sword cane instantly shatter this skull. With a quick blow, rubble and bone flying free, pieces of it clattering now against this purple shield as they are now non-living matter, and the rest of it clattering down to the stone. You have one action left.
Can I have a cantrip. Can I cast shield?
Sure. That's the great use of a final action. Throw up a quick shield.
like,
Just-
oh, that
you're
looks-
inside the purple box. You have a shield. Please leave me alone. Cammy.
Doubling up. So I'm plus 1 on my AC.
Cammy's looking through mini cards, thinking hard.
Oh, and it's my turn.
It is your turn.
Well, so these guys are on the ropes here.
The third one there is also quite damaged. It has definitely siphoned some vitality from MD, who is fortunately no longer frightened, but, was.
I think I'm gonna try and wrap this up here. I'm going to So, do I have to see Marius to stoke him? I do feel
Yes.
terribly.
Yes,
that
you do.
Okay.
You can see him the same way that he can see out onto the battlefield from up there. You can see him from down below.
Okay.
He's only like 6 feet above you in like the broken windows and shattered stone. You can see him up
So I
there
can see
taking
him
his
right now?
position. Yes, you can see him from where you are.
I'm
Through the doorway, up on that ledge, you can see him.
Gotta look over, just like, I'm really sorry about that. You're doing great, though. You can be stoked. I feel bad you're locked in there because here's
Can't
the
even
thing.
put it back
I
in.
have no intentions on spending my actions trying to
didn't
figure
even-
out how to put that thing down.
Back in the envelope.
Huh? I
Worst
should've
case
put it
scenario,
back
you
in
can
my
always hop
envelope.
out a window.
Put
I
that
should've
thing back
delivered
where
it
it
with the
came from, or
envelope.
so help me.
We
The
have a
non-live.
delivery
That's
envelope.
I'm telling you right now, the non-living matter shield is the funniest possible
That's
roll you could have
so
gotten.
funny.
That's.
You
it's
thought I was
so
joking
good.
when I said a water shield.
Water and also Marius
Yes.
shield.
How many of the others would have blocked the water? Would any of them have?
One.
One other one
You
would have
had
blocked the
a
water?
1 in 3.
That's nuts.
door.
For my last bit of actions, I'm going to kind of peeping around the corner here, spying out well ahead of me the last sort of like bubble skull, barely holding on. I'm going to try and reach out at it with my mental magic. I'm going to cast Daze on it, so I'm going to need a will save,
All
basic
right.
will save,
And as you
for
try
just
to
a handful of damage to try and put it
cast
down.
this out, you feel your spell fall adrift and fizzle, as if magic itself can take no hold on these strange floating skulls.
Well, that's
Can't
my
believe we got this far without anyone trying to cast a spell on them directly, but they are immune to magic.
I was gonna do phase bolt.
I'm glad you didn't
before.
Thank
That
goodness
one almost
I
had
blew a cantrip
Yeah,
on them.
that really good. That was a cantrip.
Nothing, because I've been looking
Completely
for them to line
immune
up
to
for
magic.
enervation, and that
Which
would have
Would have been unfortunate.
sucked so bad.
But the first tidal wave has crashed.
Oh my gosh.
Behind it, further ripples coming in as massive cresting waves. come around, batter the walls, and wash all around you. Now, those of you outside on the stone feel your balance slip a little as you fight against the water. But as the waves settle in a matter of just seconds as this all crashes in, the water level of the lake has risen by dozens of feet. Everything out here, lower than the tier that Marius is on, is now waist-deep, difficult terrain water. Everywhere you are outside, the room that MD had appeared in, everything down to the ritual circle to the south, which is on a bit of a raised crest, now an island poking out from these waters, is waist-deep, difficult terrain.
How high is waist deep?
Probably shoulders for you.
Okay.
It's greater difficult terrain for Cameron.
Oh.
And as
And
the
that's
water,
like
you
one
are like
space
on
or
your toes in the kitty, like at the deep end of the pool. trying
Is
to
it
keep your
rushing
head
through the
above
door there
water.
because of the-
Absolute- Well,
No.
pool, not in the door because the cube blocks it. So your room's
Not in the
actually
door!
I
good.
see a tank.
Not in the
The
door!
cube has saved your room from being greater difficult terrain. So
Good job.
cube wins again. Sorry, Marius.
The
Cube
cube-
wins
Sorry,
again.
Marius. Have fun in there.
The cube is a
It's
multifaceted,
very dry in there,
hard-working.
though.
And I'm in like a fish tank. I just
You
like,
were in a
see,
yes. You see
I
the
just
water
see it, just
around
like-
you.
it's like
Oh
it's
my
so
gosh,
much-
that's
waist
sick.
deep. Literally a vertical wall of water that you could stride into because it doesn't block you. You can see it feet deep now, murky and muddied with the stirred silt whirling around.
That's
Someone's
so
gonna
cool.
be in the cube, like looking at the water nice and close when the cube dissipates, and just.
It's gonna be Cammy.
The creature, the massive behemoth in the distance, very rapidly becoming less and less the distance.
How
as
rapidly
it continues to approach.
does it
At
appear?
this point, it looks like it is closed about half of the space between where it rose up hundreds and hundreds of feet away and the ritual circle.
Time to hurry.
Time is very much running short. But before we continue, let's take our midstream. Let's stand up, stretch our legs, grab some drinks, pay our feasance to our Lord and Savior, the funny purple cube, which is, I'm going to tell you, of the 6 rolls you could have gotten, 2 of them could have blocked the water,
Yeah.
and the other one would have been way, way worse.
Then the water.
Amplify water.
This is
It's double water shield.
literally cube type 2, I think, is the only positive outcome you could have gotten.
Are you so
Because
serious?
many of them would have basically done nothing. One of them, you would have been in a fish tank. Like, you would have been stuck in the cube. You could not.
I couldn't have left the cube.
It was walls of force.
Yeah.
Like, it would have
There's gotta
been
be a force cube.
You know there's a force cube in there. It would have been a solid wall of force. Nobody could use the door, and you would have been trapped inside the cube until you figured out how to get rid of it.
But the water wouldn't happen.
That's the other one that would have blocked the water. There is also an inverse. It only blocks living matter. You would have gotten smashed by the wave and
I
then
couldn't
also been trapped in
gone
the cube.
That's so funny.
There was a really, really bad result on that table.
Oh my gosh.
But our break is going to be about 10 minutes. There'll be a timer on screen for when our activities are going to renew. I want to give a couple of shout outs before we go, starting with our newest partner, Easy Roller. If you want to check them out, they've got a huge variety of all kinds of dice, not just the super fancy metal and gem ones, but also some pretty nice cheaper epoxy and plastic too, if you're not looking to spend $1 billion on a set of dice and just want more dice for your giant dice hoard, you dice dragon. Discount code UGT show over there. Helps get you stuff a little bit cheaper and helps directly support the show. And speaking of discount codes that get you cool things and help us, Arkenforge is the software we use for these digital maps. Same thing over there. You can get a discount off of the Fantasy Essentials or the Sci-Fi Essentials bundles and give us a little bit of help too. And finally, I want to again shout, I did last week, but I'm going to say it again. This map is not Paizo, it's not ours. It's from Seafoot Games, which is not even a partner of ours. They just have a huge repository of free maps that they were cool with us using. And again, I don't get anything for this. We're not partnered with them. They're just really good maps, and there's a lot of them. And I used several of them in setting up Book 3 of Strange Aeons here, so you should just go check them out because they're cool.
It's very pretty.
10 minutes, everyone. We'll be right back. Don't go too far. The massive tide has ripped up around the stone, washing into this feasting hall once full of joy, merriment, now full of death, fear, and agony. The area outside has been submerged in feet of water as this lake has risen almost up to the base of the building itself, leaving Trey and MD out in the tide, fighting against nature itself to retrieve this idol before the inevitable arrives. And the inevitable is looming close. Before we get into Trey's turn here, let's go around. We'll do an initiative order. Reintroduce ourselves briefly. Trey.
Howdy, I'm Derp, and I play Trey, the frontline hobgoblin, said it right this time, fighter with a pokey stick and currently a tower shield that has done immaculate work.
Tanking. MD.
I was about to say, I'm MD. That's all you need. I'm Colby. I play MD, the full-blooded orc rogue who hits and hurts. He does rogue things.
Marius.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius, the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger, who, according to a purple cube, is apparently not alive.
Who asked? Nobody asked the purple cube.
I'm Brett. I play Reginald Sedacious Fox. I'm an investigator, and I have a stabby cane thing.
It's evolving.
It's a stabby cane thing.
I'm Sully. I play Cammy, the itty bitty gnomish witch, and I locked our princess in the tower.
You're a princess.
Did you think that one up on the break? You had that one locked and loaded.
No, I gave it up after Marcus.
Down my hair.
A not living princess.
All right,
Our
Trey,
non-living princess.
it's your turn, good sir.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
So your speed is 25.
Currently 20, tower shield.
20, so in difficult terrain,
I
10.
did the math. It doesn't matter if I put the shield away or not. It's going to take me
Yeah,
the
it's
same
10 or
amount of
10.
time to get there.
So
Yikes.
3 actions,
30 movement
We'll let
this
you move.
turn.
30 feet
Yep.
through the water.
I already did the math. It doesn't matter how I do my actions. As long as I walk forward, I get there at the same speed.
Wading towards, are you taking all 3 of them to move?
I don't care about this thing anymore.
Wading towards this as quickly as you can. I think we're going to have to reach a point where this battle map gets a little bit zoomed out here because the scale of our battle is going to become long as Marius is certainly going to remain in the back with supporting fire.
And you could rotate too.
This water goes quite some way. And as he approaches, rushing forward as quickly as he can, the last of these skulls here will descend down towards you. Again, this mode of light just shooting down, and suddenly it's next to you. This pulsating, scintillating glow. Going to be the will save from just you, actually. You're far enough away from the pack. Everyone else is out of range of this.
Look at you.
It looks like you got a little familiar.
Not 20.
Oh my god.
Not afraid.
I don't care about this thing anymore.
But it is going to give you a couple of zaps. The first of which, I will use a villain point from Link 1429.
Reactive shield.
Snap that shield up in the
Shield
way.
goes up. In retaliation to being attacked. Raise
It's
shield.
going to be a 28.
That will miss because of reactive shield.
Hey! There you go. Second zap. That went to second zap horrible. Your shield up here in the water, fighting as you can, just trying to ward this thing off as you wade forward.
Hey, remember
through
that
this
bastion
morass.
dedication?
Doing
It gives
good
you
work here.
reactive shield.
Doing good work. MD.
So, I'm going to grab onto a silver bracelet I'm wearing. I've had it for some time. Trey passed it to me, I believe, a long time
Yeah.
ago. To activate it, to give myself a plus 10 status to my speed for 1 minute.
Okay. Not useful.
And then I'm going to crouch down and quick jump. So I'm going to just attempt to jump the water
Okay.
like I am a frog.
Maybe an athletics check.
17 on the die plus 17, so 34.
That 34 will get you your speed. That's, what's that, 30 feet?
30 feet
yep.
of jump.
Yep.
You jump up right next, splashing down right next to Trey here.
And you can do it again.
And I was like, you good?
One action, activate bracelet. Yeah, I'm fine. Ignore this thing.
I see this land down, splash, jump again. I said,
Jump again.
thank you, Scott, for sponsoring this jump, brought to you by MD. Got the 9 on the die, plus 17 for a 26.
That's 25.
I'm gonna say with trying to jump at this water.
That's fine.
So it'll get you down most of the way towards the ritual circle. Towards at least where the stone starts to rise up. You land in water that feels a bit shallower, still tough to wade through, but you're getting closer. You can see now, you can hear these mumbled prayers overlapping from this group of spirits down here around this circle where once these statues, these benches, these monuments stood, all now having been obliterated by the tide. The 5 of them standing alone outwards, facing the ever-rising water, and this, again, gargantuan creature that looms in the distance. Marius.
Okay. Based on your body language, does it look like you're getting ready to just go full into...
We're going full into. If you want to blast the skull, we're ignoring it. Like, it clearly attacked me. I just put my shield up and kept walking.
He's still just pushing.
No, I want to, while the area is clear, can I see the full circle of the ritual?
Scroll down a bit.
Okay.
That could probably just stay there for the rest of this fight. It can be slightly off screen, but we know where she is in spirit.
I will...
Now I can get all my tokens, all my little frogmans. I have so many little frogmans.
I'm
Look, all
gonna
these
die to
frogmans.
side scroller, dude.
No, that's the ceiling. You're fine.
If
You
I'm
can go as far up as you want.
That's true. That's true.
Marius.
Can I technically aim at an empty square?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to try to use my Song of the Bow.
He's going to hit the middle.
To try to hit the middle of the ritual.
Fair enough.
Noob tube away.
So I pull really hard. The bow starts to like vibrate with sound. And try to literally blow it up. I want to roll higher than that.
To target a square.
Well, the
it's
target
like-
of square is AC 5.
Okay, that was a 7.
Well, then you hit it.
Okay.
It's AC 5, so it's not a
can't
7. It's like a
miss.
24. It's functionally impossible to miss a blank square at level 9.
Okay.
You can hit a tree. You can do that. That's not a challenge for you.
So now we got 5d10.
We're approaching the point where you hit the square on a natural 1, I think.
Oh my god.
On a natural 1,
Maybe not quite yet, but soon.
Yeah.
I
You
would.
do trick shots.
I think everyone would.
21, 29. 29 sonic damage.
As the arrow hits this shock wave of energy radiating outward, enveloping this ritual site with 29 points of sonic damage. What's the save?
It's a DC 28 fortitude save.
Fortitude
for-
saves. From Scott! Scott! Your bard has left the party in a way, but you always hero points to save the day. But my rhymes are good. His was better, so give this point of Scarlet Letter. It goes to MD to do awesome deeds. So the rest of the party doesn't sweat in beads in remembrance of Easy.
Dang.
That was really good.
That was
That
bars.
was really good.
That was really good.
bars.
Called
Great
Poe.
bars, son. Oh wait, do I still have Stoke the Heart from?
I didn't
Yeah.
say that.
You do.
It hasn't fallen off yet.
That's true. You would still have it. What's it damage to?
It's just 4 more.
Damage
I'll
rolls.
see what you get. So 33.
Yeah.
Just damage roll. That's a damage roll, sure. 33 points. I don't know if technically it applies to that, but I'll do it. 33 points of damage onto the sonic
He
wave.
rolled
Let me-
damage.
2 damage
You
rolls.
said fortitude save?
Yeah.
Oh, they're not great at that. I'll tell you that. Ooh, they're not great at that.
They might go
Okay.
deaf.
Low ghosters. Critical failure, critical failure. Critical failure, regular failure.
Okay. So 3 of them are deaf.
Priest, leader guy. Cocked. Natural 20.
Wow.
Bo
Unperturbed.
Krug protects his own. But the rest of them, very bad times. 3 critical failures and a
So,
regular failure.
what was the total?
33.
33, so
66 on 3 of them.
On
33
3
on
of
1. Boom!
Now they do resist this.
Do they resist being deaf? I know it doesn't.
They
do
definitely
anything.
don't resist being deaf. But
Do they have ears?
that almost, like that, you see the forms of 3 of them flicker and shudder. That does almost nuke 3 of them out immediately. The 3, just going around clockwise from the left, all stumble, losing their focus on the ritual, dropping to their hands and knees, grabbing and reaching for respite as they turn finally to look up towards the devastation that the waves have brought behind them, and specifically towards the window through which you send your things. How many X that, 2?
Yeah.
So you have 1 left still.
And just in case it matters, anything in that area is hidden, that was hidden is revealed to me. But
I think you can kind of see everything in that area.
Yeah.
There's nothing secret out there.
all right.
You can see them.
The
I-
pit fiend that was invisible.
Surprise!
I
Second Bo Krug.
still have. I think my prey is still on the floating skull, so I will give him a little couple arrows. just to
Right,
see
give him
if
the
I can
double
get rid of
shot.
that.
Pew pew.
This is follow-up attacks. You do have to use an attack to shoot the square, so this is starting with your second attack and third attack.
Okay. One of them's probably gonna miss, but that will be a 16, a 17, so 33. Or, yeah.
33 will hit. That was 33 enough to drop this last wisp? Probably not
With
after it
stove.
fed off of MD, but maybe. Heroku
22?
22 is a good hit, but not enough.
It undid the heel.
And then some. The party comes face to face with the pendulum of a fate that isn't their own, and in the face of a god come risen, there'll be a bit more fear. AJ, take this point, do crimes. Hiroku-san.
Well, we don't do crimes. You take the point, and you stay legal.
So, these guys are going to go ahead and step in now. They have been biding their time, looking outwards,
Are they coming over to say hi?
just praying. And as they all turn around, most of them deafened, as they look back to see MD rushing forward and Marius loosing arrows from up in the tower. They can put 2 and 2 together. I need you to make me 4 will saves. As 4 of them together raise their hands and incant spells, and Marius is targeted by 4 phantasmal killers.
All right. There's a 19 there. I assume that's gonna pass. Do you need to know?
Surely the
crits?
19 is going to succeed. It does matter if you critically succeed, because it still does stuff on a success.
So that'd be a 35,
35, where are your spells? 35 is a critical success.
31,
Regular success.
and then the low rolls. So that's a 21
Regular failure.
and a 23.
Regular failure. So a success and 2 failures, as these 4 specters turn to retaliate against the foe that clearly can reach them, that has interrupted these events, interrupted their elegies. You are going to take a series of things. Math. 16 points of damage from the success.
What kind?
Mental.
Okay.
Not negative, unfortunately. 16 points of mental damage. 34 points of mental damage from the first failure. I do actually really need all of these. 30 points of mental damage from the second failure. One of them you're able to shrug off entirely from this fusillade of magical attacks. And as you feel the weight of all 4 of these spells settle on you, you are frightened too. That's that's gonna hit you with a big amount of spook there. That's the bad times. And then the 4 of them are going to turn and look and see MD frogging his way through the water, Trey pushing as hard as he can, and they are just going to close ranks a little bit, falling back around their leader. Their leader, 120-foot range on Phantasmal Killer is a hell of a drug. Their leader,
Oh my gosh.
idle, still held high, turns and looks out and sees everything that's happening before him. And he is going to incant his own spell. He is going to raise the idol higher and around the foot of their platform, a ring of spirits will rise up. Spectral green webbed hands clawing up to the ground like you'd seen before, like the minions had cast when first they arrived. A burst 20 feet across, filling all of that area where the water becomes land once more and just encompassing MD, who needs to make me a will save.
16 on the die, it's a 30 total.
30 total is a regular success. Is it a basic will save? It is a basic will save, so you will take half. Half is 4. You will take 4 points of mixed mental and negative damage.
Is that where it is?
Bouts, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe like one left of that, but yeah. And then he will continue to turn and pay his prayers out towards this massive lizard, this incarnation of Bokrug. And Reginald, back in the fish tank, seeing the waters crash up against the purple walls just before you. Spells being flung out now by these spirits. What do you do?
I yell back towards Cammy and I say, stay with Marius. I'll go to the other two. And I will take my... Oh, gosh, my suit's so pristine right now, and I'm about to get it messy.
Worries.
It's just like...
Priorities here.
Again, just... All right, I knew this was gonna happen. I will step out, and I believe I can only go, 2 squares?
How's your speed, 25?
Yeah.
A move is 2 squares, yes.
Yeah.
Fish splash.
But...
He's coming. He's very moist now.
Oh gosh, I'm holding my hat. Hold on.
Cane sword in one hand, holding it up, hat,
Right.
actually, hat in the other.
Hold on.
Actually, an umbrella.
Yeah.
Just waiting through
I
this.
will actually have my crossbow out, and I guess I will do one more movement action
Fish splash.
of as far as I can go, and then I could shoot from there. And that'll be my turn.
With your hand crossbow at what? At the...
At
You could shoot the skull.
That's the skull.
Yeah, you can shoot the skull for sure, absolutely.
yeah.
You have you not reloaded the crossbow yet? You hold it up and you're like, oh,
Throw it.
Well,
darn.
can I retrace that
throw
to where I
the
did
crossbow.
instead? Can I use that one action before?
I'll give you a mulligan because you're new at this and you got thrown into a 9th level character learning how to play Pathfinder.
Thank you.
Crazy
It is
You
still
first
within
This
big
is
your
an
range.
insane
encounter.
first
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah,
encounter,
yeah.
too, yeah.
And the
You come out of the little way, stop, reload your crossbow, and then take a shot.
Is that a disadvantage there?
No, you're good. We don't have disadvantage here. We don't do that here.
Shoot
No, not
that.
disadvantage. But you know, like
You're also,
it's
it's
gonna
40
be a penalty.
feet, so you're within
Yeah,
40
you're within
Oh,
range.
yeah.
All right. I will devise a. No, that's free.
That's free. It's free. I'm giving it to you on the skull.
Natural 20.
Oh, pop him! Oh,
Oh
he's
my
dead. Oh, he's
God.
super dead.
Yeah.
He's got 12 health. Absolutely.
Yeah, even on a minimum
Good for
roll, you
you.
couldn't
Yeah,
fail to kill
devise
him.
a stratagem,
Could
loose
you
that
just
crossbow
not
bolt, and
tell me that. Just like, there was- yeah.
Trey, as you're trying to ward off this last of the skulls, a little crossbow bolt just pierces through it and sends it cascading, splashing into the water next to you. Cammy.
So you said the Phantasmal Killer was 120 feet.
Sure is.
Was the leader one of the people who cast?
He did not. No, he cast the circle in front.
Are they're within 120 feet though.
Arcadis, to the ruler. Are they within 120
We are
feet?
gonna need to break the
I'm
ruler
pretty
for
sure
this.
they are.
That's a lot of squares
Because
to
they
count.
cast and then fell back. But I'm pretty sure 120. They're all within 100 feet of Marius. You're 15 feet behind Marius.
If I step
They're within
forward.
120 feet of you. The doorway, yes. The
Okay.
doorway, you're like just within 120.
I I'm going.
Arkenforge's ruler says yes, barely.
Okay, good.
Exactly.
We're actually like at the limit of 120-foot range.
Then
This
it's a
is
good
rare.
time to do it. I'm going to come forward to the front of my fishbowl. Kind of.
Anti-fishbowl.
And you can barely, the water is at like shoulder level. You're
Yeah.
like, you're getting on your toes to peek over it as it like
Jump
sloshes
shot.
and rolls in front of you.
I kind of,
Yeah.
I like kind of come up to it and I sort of like splash at like the wall of water. I'm like, that's so funny. That's cackle. You're still stoked. And I'm going to. Oh, I haven't used this before, and it's heightened. I have it at level 4 right now.
New spell.
I'm going. Listen, this is gonna be a big. I'm hoping this is gonna be a big deal here. I'm gonna look towards the leader, and I'm going to roll together in my hands, and then holding it way aloft my head so as to soar over the water. I'm going to try and shoot Chilling Darkness. So this is. I make a ranged spell attack. This is
Pew.
my like only ranged spell attack.
You shoot a
And I have a +1 because I'm wearing that crown.
solid. A blazing white and blue beam scores across the surface of the water, shooting just between Trey and MD out towards the circle.
Skips
towards
across the surface.
the
a couple
lead.
Like a little rock.
Suit. Does it hit him?
That's pretty.
It can only get better.
That's pretty. Don't talk to me. That's pretty good. It's a 33.
Do you have anything that would help you?
Keeping it?
Do you think 33?
With your +1.
I'm just saying, like, I know you have hero points. I don't know what they are.
Oh,
So it's always worth looking to make sure.
It's on the leader, right?
yeah.
Keep it?
I'm gonna keep it, I think.
33.
Yes! Yes!
Now
sick
he gets
man.
a save.
You're sick,
Yes.
man.
There he is.
Oh.
I have fun over here.
Oh my God,
I love
okay.
this seat.
I can't
It's
read.
a great seat.
So it's just a success. So it's full damage.
Oh, is it just
It's
this?
just full damage.
Yeah,
wanna
6
read
cents.
it.
Because I can crit or just it's not
normal
the
hit.
Yeah.
no
it's a
more.
bland.
You failed. You get
Does
half
this
of my
happen-
thing. You're taking it.
Does this happen to be a celestial?
She is not a celestial, no.
Is it an
Cool.
angel frog? Tell
no,
me right
it's
now.
not an angel frog.
I always wanted to meet one. Oh man. Okay, so this is going to be cold damage. Going to be. It would have been just 5d6. It'll increase by 2d6 because it's.
Because you're hiding it.
You
So
need more
that's going to be
D6s?
76
7d6.
ice beam.
Heard him.
I'm missing one.
76.
We have one more?
76.
76.
That feels good, doesn't
so
it?
excited.
She should play Warhammer.
Come back.
We should not play Warhammer.
I'll be
should know
right
if
back.
she-
I
you could-
swear.
you could roll
oh,
another one.
okay. Never mind. Okay.
She should
I
play
can't see over
Warhammer.
the thing. That's so
She
that's
might like Warhammer.
10 plus 18.
I rolled 90 dice in Warhammer before.
18 plus 18.
I know. What was that?
Thir-
Sorry, is it?
This is 18. And then this is 10,
10
plus 8. So that's 18 plus
20.
18.
30.
86.
36.
6 and 4 is 10. 6 and 4 is 10. 8, 2, 30.
Math.
But there's another 6.
6 and 4. That's
Chat,
a
how does
10.
math
Math.
work?
A 6
Math.
and
Wait,
a
am I
4.
crazy?
That's a 10.
Math.
But
Math.
eight-
Your
it's-
Two
math.
6s and 2 4s.
Counting.
That's 20.
If only
I have-
each of you had a calculator
I have-
individually.
She put it in wrong. She added a 6.
Arcadis is dying.
Okay, this is having an aneurysm in the corner. I'm a Pathfinder!
It's 30.
I know my math.
But what if she really wanted it? Could she get the
You really
extra
believed
six?
it was 36. Could it be 36? 30 points of damage. The ice
Snack.
beam connects.
Was there a plus?
Well, connects is a wrong
It's
word. The
just
ice beam
76.
pierces through this specter, the fizzling out into a chilling mist just past it. And you see the shadow of the leader stagger a bit and stumble and catch himself, returning to just simply holding this idol aloft. They do resist that
It is
because
cold.
they're incorporeal.
Yeah.
Magic doesn't get past incorporeal.
Yeah.
In fact, non-magic, you have an incredibly bad time. But he will take most of it.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
The creature continues forward.
In the wooden one, please. Thank you.
At this point, striding through the rolling tides, this enormous lizard You can start to see the detail of its form. Its wide jaw, its stout fangs, individual massive scales, almost stretched across its bulging shoulders as it approaches. The singular spines sticking out from the ridges running down its back, the stout tail, almost as a rudder, dragging through the water behind it. It is just maybe 200 feet away from the circle. And at this point, the realization starts to set in. Dread overwhelming. You don't know really what this is. From your research into Sarnath and to the idol, you could make a fairly educated guess. But truly understanding the magnitude of a full-bodied old god is almost impossible. Everybody make me a stress check.
What do I add to that again?
3.
Nothing.
Flat check.
11.
Oh,
Another natural 20.
I got a 19.
You got
A 20.
a 20. You
19.
got a 19. Trey,
3.
you got a 3. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Ditto.
Oh gosh. No, no, no,
No, no, no, no, no. Yes.
Marius.
11.
Good job, Trey.
And that's just from him coming within 100 yards of him. Trey.
2 move actions,
2 move actions get you to the edge of the water.
and then
Just starting to
a
rise up.
normal move action.
That's normal movement after that. Your third one, you do get full speed. As you come into this area
From
with
where
these,
I was, I could not just move straight down.
with the reaching hands, well, you have to come through it because of the
Okay, I didn't
Like
realize
the
it was
ridges.
actually terrain.
make me a will save.
23, if it's a fear effect, 25.
It is a fear effect. 25 will still fail, though. So you will take the full damage on this. You've experienced this spell before. It's not that it hits exceptionally hard all at
It's
once.
just a nuisance.
11 points of damage. Mixed, negative, and mental. But being spectral, the hands do not slow you. They don't delay your approach as you rush through them, just feeling their cold grasp at your flesh.
So just 25 feet down.
And then
Or sorry, 20 feet.
up to the edge of the ritual circle. He's coming. He's getting there. There are no longer any more wisps. So that initiative tracker is gone. So MD is up next now.
I'm going to regular move action, and I have 40 movement speed, so
So 10,
And then
15,
30.
30, 35,
I'm making my
40
way.
would get you a little past Trey, if I'm
Yeah.
counting correctly.
And the leader's just holding this idol in his hand, right?
Yes, he's got it up aloft. He's
I want to go over to that corner where it's between 2 dudes, adjacent to the leader.
come into the pile.
Yep, I want to snatch at it.
Fair enough.
Disarm or
Steal it.
You want to
steal
try
it.
to steal it? He's got it held in his hands, so
Yep.
just snatching it away from him is not impossible, but it is pretty difficult. Give me a thievery check.
Yeah. So this is called foe. I am using it as a reroll.
In this situation,
Desperation.
Yeah,
I will
that-
tell you, the DC to just snatch it is pretty high. but-
Actually, I have this other one. I have Rage and Fury.
okay,
I'm mad I didn't
keep
snatch
cold
it.
full. Keep
Yeah.
cold full.
I just like using
Get
Scott.
angry.
I like using Scott's hero points. So this is from
Not Scott, actually.
Oh, it was
Chef Saw.
Chef Ja.
As I remember my training with a kind old chef back in Thrushmoor about stealing stuff from his customers.
As you take a snatch,
9 on the die.
I don't know what your thievery modifier is. So like
25.
25 is definitely not going to do it. 25 is not quite going to critically fail. But as you reach up and just
if you
try to
critically
grab
fail,
this,
he steals something from you.
reaching up, trying to take this idol, the specters around you unable to physically stop you. They aren't solid. You can reach up and lay hands on the idol. That's not difficult. You can literally reach through this leader's own webbed fingers and grab onto it. But pulling it away, getting it from his grasp, through his focused prayer, his meditations, feels almost impossible as he turns his head towards you, still mumbling incantations through his lips. Marius.
That barrage of damage really hit Marius hard.
I would imagine it probably did.
Like, he sinks down in fear, kind of like just falling down behind the window a little bit, just trying to recover from it. And in that, consumed by the fear, he starts to lose a little bit more control, and notices a nice dead body right next to him.
A lot of those here right now.
So we're gonna do a little bit of stress eating to try to regain some health.
I love this man.
He's
gonna
got
I'm gonna use consume
healing-
flesh and replenishing
Just
consumption,
rip into the nearest dead body.
which is conveniently right
He's got
next
a
to me.
potion of healing right next to him.
He's slaughtered by the
Oh,
amphibious
yeah.
spirits as they arrived.
As they erode.
A riven.
As they eroded.
10,
They have eroded.
18 health. That's good. I'm going to
Just like Mom used to make.
When she died, yeah.
hunt prey on. I guess I should probably just do the leader of the ritual.
Probably not a bad idea.
And I will do the. I'll just give him a regular hunted shot for 2.
All right.
Classic.
The
Classic.
old classic. They don't get any kind of cover from the ones in front
Definitely
of them because
not
they're not
hitting.
solid. Oh,
3 to 2.
He's real distracted. He's super not feeling it right now.
His mouth is full
Finger
of
licking
things.
good.
These specters, the leader
Still
here,
afraid.
clasping this idol, pulls it back away from MD, trying to twist away and hold it out towards this massive beast that is approaching. He turns and whispers something. You can't even hear it over an ear-piercing roar that emanates out from the behemoth near to the wall now, near to this ritual circle and the crashing of the waves. The sounds of battle and the screams even from the party behind you having fallen near silent. You look around and you see the water that has ripped over the wall has flooded into Sarnath, and the invasion of these spirits is on a far greater scale than just this one citadel. They are everywhere. They are ascending from the waterline near as far as you can see, and the city has descended into chaos and ruin in mere moments. A spell issues forth from this leader. You brace yourself, expecting something defensive, but see instead that it seems to have bolstered its allies around it, enhancing all of the spirits here in this circle. As he raises the idol almost victoriously up overhead, this prayer becoming a chant. You are much larger than him. It's not far from out of your reach,
My hand's
but
just on the idol the entire time.
you have a horde of these things around you.
This is gonna hurt.
3 of them cluster in, just swiping defensively, almost feral, just trying desperately to keep you back. One, actually the one that is to your south, stepping back to the edge of the platform and turning an incantation and sending a wave of something out across you and Trey in the circle. 2 of them get to swing twice on you. 1 of them gets to swing 3 times. So I'm going to start with the 3-timer.
Is one of them going to be moving within my range?
No, none of them are coming anywhere near you.
They're just walking
Absolutely
through each other.
rallying around MD, trying to pull him back. He's got a hand on the idol. Other than the one who's sending a cone out, none of you are looking your direction. No,
Steps and doesn't move. Bang. Arm them in their tactical steps.
but he's just stepping back. The
I
other
know.
2 have to come in to you.
I know, it was a step action, not a move action.
Yeah, just 1 step backwards.
Yeah.
Just
I
to
want-
get so we could get a cone
I just
across
want to use
everything.
reactive pursuit, man.
These attacks, let's see. He's going to have to roll relatively high. Well, there's a nat 20 on the second. The first one's going to
Relatively high.
Nat 20 on the second and a 17 on the third probably won't hit you, but maybe 17 only becomes a 23 on the third attack. So no, just the nat 20 is a 31
Right here.
Okay, so it does crit.
Yep.
I was like, that might be low enough that it doesn't actually
Oh.
hit you.
That hurts.
So it will, in fact, critically hit you.
Give it to me.
You are going to take... I can roll the dice. Let's go. Stop bouncing. Only 11. 22 doubled with the crit. 22 points of negative damage. But this one decisive blow from the hail that are being directed at you, you can't really avoid them all. One lands soundly. And you feel not just the normal effects of a specter's hand passing through your flesh, that ripping negative curse, that burn of the antithesis of life. You feel something further. You feel it ripping beyond to your very fate. Make me a will save.
There's a lot of those going around. I started off really good. I'm going to use this from Scott. I'm not in a position to where I can't not.
Can't not.
I can't not. As I'm being surrounded by these enemies, I'm pulling myself back a little bit defensively, and I feel something tugging at parts of my soul, and I still myself readily. 15 on the die is 10 better than
Sure,
a 5
you're
on the
fine.
die. It's a 29 total.
29 will be fine. You resist this, but a second specter makes its attempts. Certainly going to miss both of its attacks. The third specter, with maybe a 25 on the first attack
No.
and a 30 even on the second,
Yes.
will strike you for 19 points of negative damage. The crit was a low roll. That was a high roll.
Nice.
And then finally, the last of them casting out a wave of energy just as they had when they had first appeared. You'd felt this one before when they first manifested, attacking the feast.
I didn't.
You didn't. Trey has. Make me a will save, both of you. As you feel an overwhelming sense of
17 on
dread and despair.
Am
Not
I immune to this
fear.
thing for a day? Or is that something else?
This is a different thing. This is
Okay.
just a spell.
31 total.
Fear effect?
No.
Cool. Then
Different emotion. Is an emotion.
22.
22 is going to fail. 31 is going to succeed. Both of you are distracted enough that you cannot use reactions.
Oh my gosh.
That's fine, because their turns are over.
Reginald, that is all of them.
All right. I okay.
Well, I just had an idea. I'm gonna yell over to you as you're like splashing in the water. I'm gonna say, wait, can you hold on for just 1 second?
What?
Just hold on. Your turn. I have an idea.
Do you want me to just completely hold my turn?
Just for like
You
a
could just
second.
you could just do this.
Okay.
Okay.
He pauses a second, Cammy.
I'm trying to figure out a way to get us both over there.
All right.
I have airwalk.
Okay.
If I cast it on myself, I could run. But if I cast it on you, you could carry me.
Yes.
Because I can't carry you, so I'm going to
Lift the
I
baby.
can't hold the ring, but I can carry you.
I'm gonna
Quoting-
reach over
misquoting
to
Sam.
him and like clambering myself onto his back, piggyback style, as I cast airwalk on him. You can walk on air as if it were solid ground.
All right. That's flying.
that's 5
Isn't that
minutes.
Kind of. It's like
Yeah.
it's like less
it's-
cool
You're
flying.
gonna run us across the lake, dude.
Yeah,
Got
but he
it.
doesn't have to fly.
Yeah, no fly checks.
You just walk. Yep. So you take this spell and then
And then I'll stoke Marius.
you get to move. Is that touch?
It's touch. You have to
Touch.
move.
You don't
yeah.
have an extra action. You got to move up to him.
Oh, you're right.
Cackle.
That's fine then. Oh.
Cackle.
This is what we
You're
have
stoked.
cackle for.
Desperate
You are
times
stoked.
call for desperate measures, but MD is tough and can withstand this energy weather. Scott, handing him out.
Fly, you fool.
Thank you, Scott.
Now, Reginald,
Now take
you
us.
will need to
Might.
use an action to pick up the baby.
Got it.
Because she can, with greater difficult terrain, literally move 1 square.
Yeah,
So she can't actually get all the way to you. So you reach down, pick her up, and then what do you do?
And I will take the maybe step to get out of the water and then keep going.
You go,
And
You
I'll
run.
go as far as I
Step.
can.
You go to run through the water, and you feel your feet just find purchase on seemingly nothing. You just run up invisible stairs until
Still yet
suddenly
holding my hat.
you're up above the water, holding Cammy like the baby in one arm, and your hat and your crossbow in the
Healers
other.
are on the way.
Make your way down across the water with 2 actions. You can pretty much get there.
I feel like it would be cool, like if I did, like, kind of went down on all fours and you literally rode up like that. like that would be cool. Like I actually did it. Wait, no, I'm
You're
in
in human form.
I don't know. I forgot sometimes. I still do the
Cammy's
fox
sitting
stuff
at
anyway.
George Washington on like the
like-
front of the ship.
It's like when you were going upstairs and
You're
just
riding
you
on the
could've
back
done
of
that
Keanu
thing.
Reeves.
Yeah.
Right?
Come. Yes.
As he majestically carries
Is that as far as I can go?
across the water.
the-
That's
we
as far as you
made
get with
it.
2 actions, yes.
Do we want to go through? Wait, we could just walk over that
You can
rubble.
You can just
Ignore
go
the
over
rubble.
it, yep. Bokrug
Nothing matters anymore.
continues
How long do I have this for?
to approach.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. This is fun.
The creature now absolutely looms over the stone some 100 feet away. Your time is very short. You are all doomed to.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yay.
Wait,
What is
I
Wait,
am
he was already doomed.
Doom
one.
one.
Now he's
so I'm
doomed
Doom
three.
3.
You're doomed 3.
If you go down,
if you
you
go
instantly
down,
die.
you die.
Why?
need to wake
I
up.
just got started flying.
I
Go
have
down.
a last-ditch effort plan.
Same.
Throw off the shield. Throw off the weapon. And I'm going to move up and just try to tackle the idol.
Okay.
Athletics and just get possession of it. I don't care if
Run
he
up.
loses possession, as long as I am also holding it.
You're just trying to knock it away from him.
I need it in my hands. I don't care if he still has it. I need to maintain control over it. I don't care if I'm grappling the idol.
Make me an athletics check.
my idol and I need it now.
You can't grapple the spirit. but
Natural 20.
Oh my god!
Give me the idol!
Yes!
He can't keep getting away with
And
it!
then I wake up.
Not every
And then
time!
I wake up.
He can't
And
keep
then I
getting
wake
away
up.
with it!
Yes!
Automatically succeed a will save.
Then he wakes up.
And then I wake up.
He throws his spear. He throws his shield. He runs up, wraps his arms around it, and is gone. And Trey simply vanishes. The priest still standing there with nothing in its hands.
Last ditch effort.
Oh my god!
I was
Every time!
You said I can't. You said the thing. Whew.
Every time!
I win.
And rolls a 20 and says, I win! And he does!
That's incredible!
Can we lose the stress from seeing?
Yes!
that was pretty
flying.
fantastic.
MD!
Insane!
I'm gonna yell out as loud as I can. Wake up now.
How do you do that?
Go to sleep.
What?
Close your eyes and go to sleep. I'm gonna hold my turn until everyone else is.
Oh.
MD's holding.
What?
Marius, you hear this barely shouted over the sounds of battle and the roar of this creature as it looms over the stone, nigh upon you. You feel the weight of fate on you, and see Trey run up and score the touchdown.
That's
Yeah,
insane.
I see Trey.
So many rerolls I could have made.
I see
so
Trey
insane.
grab that. I literally just shocked. Marius just like stands there and blinks for a few seconds.
He's frightened one
Makes
and
eye
doomed
contact
two.
with the camera, and then
So if you want to try to wake up,
I'm gonna try to wake up.
you can roll a will save. As we mentioned before, you can inflict a small amount of stress or a decent amount of stress to try to make it easier. It is up to you.
I'm just gonna try to wake up first.
One
Just
action,
straight.
Here
he
goes.
tries to wake up.
You got this.
What's it? A will save?
Yes.
30.
You focus and you try. And you are close to still hear the screams behind you. Here in this graveyard, the hunger is distracting. You open your eyes and you're still here.
Oh my god.
2 actions left.
It's still the same. There's no penalty.
No penalty. There's no like multiple attack penalty on trying to wake up.
You do have your frightened.
Well, yeah, frightened's a -1 actually,
Oh,
so
yeah.
that does make it a little harder.
Um,
He's scared.
and taking a stress is only for the one roll.
One roll.
Okay, I'll take the little stress for a little bonus.
Try
We're
again.
taking a vacation after this if we survive.
Oh, absolutely.
Natural 20.
There it is.
Little stress.
Focuses,
at 20.
overstresses himself a bit,
Oh my god.
Good dice.
and
Very
Marius,
good.
too, behind you in his tower, is gone.
The princess is saved. Get out.
That's the same.
Now, enraged by the loss of the idol, as their god looms nigh, they have nothing left to do but lash out in fury. Trey is gone.
Oh no.
They have only one target.
I still can't use reactions.
You cannot use reactions.
You could step in.
You have despair.
Yep.
You could take your turn. You are holding. But they have all, enraged, turned their fury towards you.
Run, take cover.
I don't know what they're capable of. I'm sitting here. They're gonna hit me and not go towards the others.
First, 21 is the highest attack.
Does not hit.
The second,
Let's take a defensive position.
there's a 29
29 hits.
and a 24.
24 does not hit.
The third. That's a 1, a 2, and a 3.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
The fourth has to step over to you, so it only gets to attack twice, and it's further. It's a 1 and a 2. I cannot explain how low all those numbers were.
Holy
This
cow.
is one of those times I kind of wished I had a dice cam. The four of them, 11 attacks, 1 landed.
Rage only works for barbarians.
I mean, their attack modifier isn't great. These, you are significantly higher level than these, but that's a lot of
That's
attacks.
crazy.
And it's 1 off minimum damage.
Oh my gosh.
7 points
I'm at 18 health.
of negative damage.
I am very close.
Wow.
I was
The leader,
thinking.
idol gone, turns around, fury almost burning in his gaze, and incants a spell. And make a will save.
19 on the die. 33.
He's standing his ground.
Regular success.
He's holding the line.
So his is heightened. You have 18 health.
Mm-hmm.
You are about to take 6d6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Is half.
How far away is
18.
36.
Like
And half is-
70 feet, but the ruler will come out. 5. 7. 9. 10. Started really bad. 14. This is a 50-50.
Oh no!
Let's go! Sounded like it hit a coin.
18.
On the dot.
So that's enough for him to go.
That is exactly
Okay.
how much health he has.
I am hearing from Arcadis. He's 50 feet away.
Okay.
I'm gonna breath of life.
You feel this spell hit.
He wouldn't die. He's doomed 3. He
He's
absolutely would
doomed
die.
2.
I do too.
Oh, true.
And I don't
No, so
die
he
in
wouldn't.
line.
Not
5.
die.
He's not
Die
dying.
hard too.
He's just going.
Yeah,
down.
so this can't trigger.
Oh, I thought you did it when they went down.
When they die,
Die.
When they die.
Well, if you die, then you're
No,
with-
you're the instant death.
he does
Oh.
go down at dying 1, but you die at 3 because you're doomed 2 with your toughness. He drops.
They took my reaction
And
from
they
me.
took his reactions, and now your turn. Because now your initiative is here. Cammy, as we come to you, and you reach out with this spell, you see MD fall. Trying to focus enough to wake up seems almost impossible for you. But what do you do?
But he's not gonna be able to wake up. Oh.
6 seconds. What's your reaction?
He's nowhere close.
50 feet. Out of range of a heal.
Yeah.
What's the range on your familiar's blast?
20.
Ah,
And then flies to an hour. I can't reach him.
Would
There's no way that I can reach him before it happens.
What do you do?
So I'm gonna have to wake up.
Do you go for the raw will save?
I am.
Okay. Give me a will save, Cammy.
MD would just want me to wake up. So, no, I'm not gonna take that. I'm gonna thank you to Nebula 315, light of my life, apple of my eye. I think of you when I re-roll this. Oh, okay.
you got a pretty good will save.
Yeah, but like,
The raw
that's not gonna
DC is
make
pretty
it.
high.
That's not gonna make
You
it.
already know that my 30 didn't make it.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Just keeping this within one action here. This is
Okay.
my first try. I've spent a hero point, but I'm gonna play Critical Moment. Play this after rolling a check, re-rolling a check. No, rolling a check. And I can re-roll the check twice and take the best result.
Legally.
Okay, so you
Legally.
can't hero point or roll twice, but this isn't a hero
That's not a
point. This
hero
is a
point.
different power.
This is
Yeah.
a different power.
I will allow it.
Thank
I,
you.
I will allow it.
I've
This
been
is a
queuing these
loophole.
up. I was like, I'm gonna get out of
This
here.
is a loophole. I will give you the loophole.
Thank you to Nebula for this combo. Here
That's
we
a
go.
sick combo.
So I'm gonna re-roll twice, take the best result. If I still fail, I'll become doomed 1. Does it stack?
yeah.
You'd be doomed 3.
We're all
3.
doomed. I mean, it is what it is, I think.
You'd be joining Reginald, the Doom 3 Club.
Okay. And this is still my first try. That's slightly higher. That gives me...
29.
Oh, but that's
Roll
first
twice
of
and
my
take the
2.
best, right?
Here we
Yeah.
go. Yeah, so that was a
What the
13
Malachite
on the die. Okay, so 13 on the die brings me up to 29. Okay, then. That was my first action.
Yep, that was one action. Second action.
Okay. I'm doomed 3. I'm going to...
Small hit or big hit?
Give me the big hit.
That's what Cammy would do.
Sometimes you get lucky.
I'm getting out of here.
Wake up.
Okay, here we go. So bad.
You want it?
So bad.
You want the Malachite?
No, I don't want your
You
Malachite.
sure?
I'm going to spend my last hero point from Nebula 350 to reroll a 6.
Seeing
Yeah.
MD
Yeah.
go
Burn
down, Cammy is desperately
I
trying
don't
to
want
swallow
to
her
leave him
panic.
there. Okay. 17 on the die.
That'll
got
almost
That's going to
certainly
be
do
it. 33, just me.
Cammy's gone.
Okay. Every
Now.
single hero point that I got from Nebula today.
Well, Trey's managed to football touchdown the idol. Now what about the rest of the party? The pendulum swings, and now I think I will deliver my missive. From Moroku-san, we have a woe. And for this woe, I'm just going to do one little thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just going to swap 2 people on initiative.
Bum, bum, ba, bum.
You could swap me and
As MD goes down, and Reginald feels Cammy just disappear as he's running.
I don't understand
You've
what's
never
happening.
been here for it. You don't really get what to do. Trying
They
to
kept saying, fall back asleep.
fall asleep.
What?
That sounds insane. That doesn't make any sense at all. There is no logic here. You look up at this creature as striding forth, it arrives. Bo Krug is here. And it is perhaps a mercy for MD that he is not awake to experience what happens next. Reginald, however, very much is.
Okruk says hi.
If he would remember any of it, he would fervently claim otherwise later. No recollection of how things ended. How he woke up, what happened after everyone had left. Just that he wasn't really sure what to do, and everybody had left him. The good news is the two of you are down to 3 stress. The bad news is that both of you are going to wake up a little bit worse for wear. The obvious one here, of course, would be Reginald. The one who is still stuck. The one who just... You don't know these people. All you know is that you tracked them, you found them here on the water, and that they worked for Lowls, the man that you are after. You know not exactly what he has done, but you know it's certainly not great. After talking to them and meeting them for a few days, fighting alongside them, saving one of them from the brink of death of that disease, you thought you could trust them. But they bring you into this dream, and they just left you. You now are paranoid. Specifically about these 4.
Oh, everybody. I was like, wait, there's only 5 people here, and
When
I'm one of
push
them.
came to shove, they left you there.
Hey, I did it in style.
You didn't leave. You can't trust them. They might be a means to an end. They might get you to what you need. They might even at some level be helpful or even friends, but you know you can't trust them. And if it comes down to it, or perhaps even if a good enough opportunity just arises, you are confident they will abandon you again. Or worse, betray you entirely. You might just be a tool in whatever scheme Lowls is using them to commit. Maybe they're just lying to you. All of these thoughts overlapping in your head as you wake back up, absolutely shaken, the following morning in the cabin of the ship with most of the rest of them looking like nothing had really happened. Trey's in great spirits. He's cheering. He's laughing. Marius looks fine. Cammy's worried about MD. She rushes to his bunk. Nobody comes for you. And MD, you've done everything you can. You held the line. You wanted to ensure that everyone could get out. As far as you know, maybe they did. But you went down. And it's happened before. Again and again, you put yourself on the front line. You make this sacrifice. And it keeps them alive, but for what? It just keeps happening. This feels inevitable. And eventually, your sacrifice isn't going to be enough. You are now melancholy. MD suffers from severe pessimism. He, that morning, might be uncharacteristically quiet and withdrawn. Your general detachment from what's going on around you leads you to react a little slower, even in mortal situations. You have a -1 to initiative. Even the threat of death barely seems to stir you now. But you got it. You got the idol. Another one off the list. And now, only 2 to go. You don't necessarily have to keep surviving this forever, just enough times. But, even broken as you may currently be, there are very, very few who could claim to have survived any kind of an encounter with an outer god, with any part of your mind intact. You wouldn't visit it again, I'm sure. You'd have no reason to. But for any denizens of the dream, any of the people of Sarnath, anyone from the areas nearby who had visited for that party or been waiting for someone to return, you wouldn't know it now and you may never learn it. The 5 of you were the only survivors in the entire city of Sarnath. Not a single soul escaped. And the following morning, there wasn't even a city left standing. Just a high tide and wet stone. That's going to be it for today's episode, everybody. Only 2 more on the list. Think you can survive 2 more?
If I keep just rolling 20s, I mean...
We'll have to see. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I do have a villain point before I go that I should shout out here. From Azentrock. I need to get a new sheet. I'm really running out of space. This adventure has put me in a generous mood, so all villain points spent will be refunded until I'm out of channel points. That's what they need right now. That's the kind of energy we're looking for. Vibes are sad in here. What I missed? We won!
Yeah.
They won!
No.
We won!
Half of us won.
Everyone won! Some of you are just a little worse for it.
Some of us got some bad prizes.
I got
though.
the touchdown. I was the MVP.
2 to go. And then maybe we can meet with the Mad Poet, and hopefully this will all have been worth it. We'll see you next week, everybody. Stay safe. Stay sane.